Hello, welcome back to the Late Night Jude podcast. And today we have Alex as the host, and we have a special guest for the first time. Say hello.
Introduce yourself, Oshi.
Say hello to small Oshino. Yeah. That's our girl. That's our girl right there.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, that right, Alex.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. The one and only, the greatest. My favorite Avatar creator of all time. You have like
Avatar creator.
Like, stop.
Your Avatar work is
creator,
phenomenal.
Animator, outfit creator, ice eater.
Oh, absolutely full-time ice eater. Conspiracy thinker.
Wow, what a great segue to talk about. We're going to bring Oshi on to talk about some schizo shit today because I don't know if you know this about her. She's a little crazy.
I've got my
and she's
tinfoil
full
hat
of
on.
Opinions. Big belly full of opinions. We're going to get them all out of her today. We're going to get all her secrets.
It is going to be a fun one. I knew we had to pick this topic the day, I think the first or second, one of the earlier episodes we'd done, we had talked about, like, how we vibed on, like, schizo shit. And I thought it was just you and me. I'm like, I guess it's just you and me alone in this world, Shibi. And then, how long ago was it? It was like a week or two when everyone was in the VC and, like, everyone was starting to fall asleep. And then me and Oshi just started talking about schizo shit. And I was like, I felt like the Lego meme where he's falling in love and the fucking music's playing, dude. Dude, because we started talking about, like, theories and shit for, like, dude, we went on for like 20 minutes and I'm like, dude, no one said anything. And like, I guess everyone fell asleep. And were you guys in VR in that?
We were all in VR, I'm pretty sure. Shibi was there too, but then she ended up passing out like when we first started talking about it.
The thing about it is I remember I was tired and y'all started talking about like conspiracies and stuff and I was like, hey, I love conspiracies, but like I'm gonna skip this one. And I like kind of for like a minute, came back like 20 minutes later, like I woke back up and I was like, and she's like, and then that's why I think the earth is flat. And I'm like, what the? I'm still talking about this. What's going on?
Dude,
How did I miss?
That day I was like, that day I was in Oshi's DMs and I was like, dude, I was not familiar with your game.
Look, I'm telling you from like past experience and all that, like I would watch like the most insane type of like conspiracy stuff, like, you know, who built the pyramids, like when you really think about it, right? All of these phenomenons all over the world and all that, you know, obviously there's the ones that's built by humans, but then there's like these structures that were built like years and years, thousands and thousands of years, and like you're wondering to yourself, like how did they even get the technology to make this? Right?
Right.
So it really puts it into perspective, you know?
That's what I'm saying, because I'm not saying humans aren't smart enough to do that, but like back then, pull that off? Like, those motherfuckers built 3 fucking pyramids in Egypt. Fucking, well, you go to fucking Tampa, Florida, it takes them like 5 years to build a single fucking street. What's going on, dude? Come on. Fuck, dude.
Hey, you guys are forgetting about the Bass Pro Pyramid Shop in Las Vegas. Let's remember that. Let's not pretend we can't do it nowadays. Yeah. There are all the pyramids in Egypt, but there's a secret, sinister 4th option where it's the Bass Pro Pyramid in Las Vegas. It actually, when it comes to the tallest pyramids in the world, it actually beats some.
Isn't it the tallest pyramid
Not
in the world?
Giza, but it beats some.
Really?
It's not the tallest, but it is one of them.
Do you know what the tallest pyramid in the world is?
Giza.
Oh, Giza. Where is that?
It's in Egypt. It's Egypt.
Alex, stay with me.
I thought those were...
That's the pyramid.
Oh, okay.
Like the big one.
Yeah. Okay.
The pyramids of Giza. There's like a couple of them, but
fuck, dude.
It's like the one big one where like all the the Egyptian scammers are like, oh, let me tour the pyramid for you, and they just like kind of walk you around the base, and they go, okay, $50.
Just hold your hand while you just like do the trail.
Yeah, it's like you can do it for free. You can walk around the base on your own, but like some like Like there's like just random people that would be like $50 and I'll walk you around the pyramids. You're not allowed to if you don't.
But you,
Maybe some
you
people are
can't.
lonely. You know?
They're called whistle men because they have a little whistle and they're like, shh, no, you're not allowed to go past here. And then you walk past and then they're just like, ah.
Dude, I know a scammer from a mile away because fucking going to Colombia like every summer my whole life, like in my younger days, dude. Man, you just know when someone's trying to fucking jip you, dude. It's like, I see. Madagascar on
I'm an ignorant white
DVD.
girl, I'd be perfect.
That movie's not even out yet, and it's fucking filmed on a camera, dude. I don't know if they still do it because I haven't like shopped for like DVDs in Colombia in a long time, but I remember like 2005 or 6, dude. My dad would just be like, I came home with a bunch of fucking movies because they just sell this shit on the streets. There's no one stops them. But they're all recorded, at least back then. They were just recorded like in a cinema, right? Dude, I remember watching Madagascar, like one of the movies in that era, like on fucking like the bootleg camera fucking recording that they'd sell on the streets. And the dude drops the camera like in the middle of the fucking recording, dude.
By accident, or he just puts it down?
No, like on accident. He's just like fucking. Whoa! You hear him like getting it back up, dude. Dude, there is so we watched so many like Colombian like movie stolen bootlegs or not bootlegs. It wouldn't be called a bootleg, whatever. Like, dude, I've seen so many of them. There's one where like. There's been a handful where like the guy they just don't give a shit as long as they're like recording the whole movie. There's the guy like I've had the cameraman like just fucking laugh like laughing at the jokes in the movie like
I'm trying to pay
You know, it's like you're watching with someone else at the same time, right?
Yeah, it's like a part of the it's a strange experience, I guess you could say. Yeah.
I wanted to say because like back in the past, okay. I wouldn't say I was in the same situation. I didn't have a PC and all that. But what me and my mom would do, we didn't even have cable. We had like this really shitty laptop. Well, yeah, we had a little shitty laptop, and we'd look up these like sketchy movie sites to get like movies for free, right? And it would be exactly what you're talking about, where it's like someone recording it, and then like sometimes like someone's passing by and they have to like lower the camera mid like movie, or like one of the staff members come in. So like a good portion of the movie is like ended.
Oh my god.
I think
Yeah, I don't know.
I've never been a Star Wars person because I just never watched the movies growing up, but I think the first one I actually watched was episode 6, and it was on one of those Colombian like recorded bootlegs that they sell on the streets. I don't know anything about Star Wars. Is that the one with the red guy?
What?
Darth
Red
Maul
guy?
or whatever? I don't know anything about Star
Excuse you.
Wars.
That's
Oh.
Oh,
He's like
yeah, right? Yes, I don't know anything about Star Wars either.
I look like I'm a nerd.
Yes,
I don't know what's about
yes.
Star Wars.
He has like the spikes on his head. or
Yeah,
something like that.
He has the spikes on his head. It was like the early 2000s, I think those movies were coming out, or late 1990s. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Here's my hot take of the day. I even like finally eventually like binged the first 3 original Star Wars, which all the hardcore fans are like the original 3 are the best. The second 3 suck. And then I don't know because I'm new. I watched the Disney ones and I'm like, oh, these are actually. I think they're the most interesting ones, and then the hardcore fans are like, no, Disney ruined these, and I don't know. I don't have a say because I'm not a Star Wars fan, but out of watching the original 3, objectively, like, the most Star Wars films, I thought they were okay. I don't really see how it became such, like, a huge thing. Like, they're good sci-fi movies, but I don't know. It was just never crazy for them.
Saying that while we're in space. Curious.
I'm not, like, I don't think Star Wars is, like, a bad series or anything, but, like, this hype and all the pop culture references, like Family Guy made like fucking episodes about it, and like everyone, you grow up with like all these pop culture references referencing a fucking Star Wars, and then I finally get to it. I think it was probably around COVID. I was like marathoning a bunch of movies because what else the fuck were we gonna do during COVID? I was like, dude, let me finally watch Star Wars, and I was like, they're good. I like them. But you say that to a fucking Star Wars fan, they're gonna fucking throw you in a fucking volcano or something. I don't know.
Man. I know I met I'm not sure you guys know Weekend. But
Of course we do.
I remember talking to him about no, he came up to me about like Star Wars stuff, and like I'm not sure if he's will be watching, but like I didn't understand anything, but I was just like, but I don't know, and it's like I just know like it's just so many tad things.
What are you snacking on there,
Sorry.
Shibi?
I'm so sorry.
No, I'm curious. Apparently, that snack's more
Do you
interesting
guys
than
know-
Star Wars, so I'm curious.
Well, you should, you know the little like fruit candies? So they're like colorful, and there's like a banana, and they're like a blue like thing, and they're like all in like a shitty bag, and you get them from like carnivals. I got it from the carnival yesterday. Kind of snacking on them.
You gotta send me a picture of the bag, because
Oh.
it could be a lot of things. I'm wondering if this is a candy I know, or if it's an Australian exclusive snack or something.
Could be some like Australian thing. It's like very like rainbow fruit, but they're like just made out of candies, and they're like hard candies. I don't usually like this stuff, but I'm stress eating. Leave me alone.
Why are you stressing? What are you stressing about? I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
We have our first guest.
Dude, she's chilling. You're the only one stressing. me and Oshi be like, yes, and you're just like, fucking stress eating, dude. I'm the fat one. I should be stress eating,
Me
dude.
talking to my best friend for the 500th time this week. I'm fucking stressed out.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Actually,
Okay.
I feel like I kind of know this, but podcast question, right? Because I had met you, I think, through Shibi, right? Even back before I got close to Shibi, I think I still technically met you through Shibi.
You actually, I think the first time I ever met you was during it was the other group, the recapture thing.
Recapture, right? Anthony's group, yeah.
And then it was like it was we were going to another instance, and then it was public. And I think Uha was there, and then you joined off of Uha.
Right, I
and
remember
that's where
that.
we all met for the first
Was
time.
that really the first time I met you, huh? Wow.
Yeah, that was the first time we added each other.
Aw, you remember that? You must really like me, huh? Because I didn't remember that.
What a way to look at it.
But so what I wanted to actually ask is how did you and Shibi meet? I kind of know, but I was thinking maybe there's a good thing to segue into. I'm curious.
Speak your shit, Queen. Speak your shit.
God damn. Okay, I want to remember the first time I ever met you was like I know it was like a hangout, and then it was like a chill world, because I remember the second time I met you was in the DJ world where I showed you like my orb thing, and I think I came up to you or Blythe. I'm not sure. You were talking to Blythe or something like that, and I came up to you and I'm like, I shitted, and it's like a Steam user. I'm like, who the hell is this? Like, why is there a Steam user here? Like,
Yeah. Back then, I,
think-
heard a fake Steam username where it was I shitted B609, which is what I'm Shibi fucking correlates from.
But I think that's when you started like teasing me or something like that. It's still kind of vague when I really think about it, because it was after, and then like
I probably started making fun of you somehow,
yeah. So it was basically just like her kind of bullying me, and then we just kind of like made friends because we had a lot of like mutuals, right? So that's how we kind of like coexisted, collided.
So when
and
you
became one.
when you guys met, like that's not when you guys got close, right? Because you guys got close like kind of recently, right?
No.
So it took a while.
Fairly recent.
Fairly recent.
We were friends of friends, mutuals. I knew about her from online. So I know about Smallish, you know. I think Anthony said a word or two about you. I knew about definitely remember the rabbit hole thing. And like even before that, I remember like a few things. But I never was able to really put a personality to like the animations, because it's not like VR chat content creation. It was like animation stuff, and that was like a world completely out of like what I did. Even now, it's like everything I know about like at the animator side is because I've been friends with her for like a while now. So I don't really know anything about like animator side of content creation, but back then especially not. But I remember, yeah, we were like mutuals for a bit, and then we ended up somehow getting into this situation where we were all like, "Fuck it!" Like you, me, Blythe, was it Myth and
Myth.
Mamo?
Nest.
We all played Nest.
Oh,
We all played what was it?
Lethal.
Lethal Company. We all played Lethal Company for the first time, and this was like the Oshi was like, you know, wasn't like a background character. We're all like homies now kind of situation.
NPC.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because
Remember that?
you're not stating like the year, but because you said Lethal Company, I'm like, I know exactly when this takes place. Like it's
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, like
Was it like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago?
that's when I was getting
I think
close with
it was 2 years
Nanaka and
ago.
shit.
It's like
Yeah.
Yeah,
late
that was 2 years ago, yeah.
2023-ish.
End
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
2023, yeah. Jesus Christ, dude.
Mm.
It's been a while.
But then, yeah. remember? 3 years. Yeah, but then we got really close, like after like a. Yeah, time skip, and then she comes back, and we ended up like getting like really close at like a point because like for some fucking reason she was like, "Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, I'm gonna hang out with you," just like randomly to me. She was like, "Fuck it," and she kind of like gambled on me a little, I guess. Right?
I think is when we had like a meeting, right? We just kind of met each other like out of the blue, like, oh my god, like I didn't like realize like, you joined, and I'm like, and then I think that's when we just started talking afterwards, and it just kind of collected. And you went, I remember you and Nest went to go somewhere, or you were going to join Nest, and I was like, oh, like, you know, the person I was hanging out had to hop off, and then I wanted to join on you guys, and that's where we had like, you know, the big talk in that one world, and, you know,
that's right. Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. And ever since then, she's been stuck to me like glue.
Yeah, that's fucking
I'm still snacking. Sorry. Yeah.
I always think it's so fascinating that a lot of the people that are like in your inner circle, Shibi, they're all like how do I explain this? Like orphans. They're all people that just like went through crazy shit. Me, if you consider me, because you know we didn't get close back when we met, but we got closer when I was going through shit, and I just like.
That's what I'm saying. It was the same with Oshi. It was the same with Nest. It's the same with like all my close homies. Like I get close to them when like they kind of come to me about like. We get closer when we come through like problems and stuff. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I can't. It's weird. It's like it really helps bond someone when you can are able to like talk about things on like a deeper level or like help them through something.
No.
That's why I'm always shocked when people come to me about that type of stuff.
It is. You know, this whole topic and people getting close to you because of everyone having their own problems and feeling safe around you and stuff. It kind of reminds me of it's kind of the same thing when I went through a breakup in 2019, and through that, in a weird way, that's kind of why I got close to like Melon, Maddie, and a couple of like my OGs. I'm kind of close with a lot of people because they helped me go through that. So it's weird to word it like, oh, I got close to you because of a fucking breakup, but I mean, factually, I did, and it's like, you know, it's like, I don't know, it's like a opposite of a red flag. It's like a green flag.
I don't mind.
If someone can like,
I don't mind
through a
because that's
time,
like
you know?
the issue with me is like people find me as like the funny bitch, but then they never see like a deeper level. But then like when I help them through something, they're like, oh wait, they're not all just like shits and giggles. Sometimes they giggle and shit. You know?
Yeah. Giggle and shit.
I remember when I was going through some shit like a year and a half ago, around the time I started getting to know Shibi more than just like, oh, we collaborated like once or twice and like we're friends, but like we weren't close, right? I think you just joined me because I was on green, and I kind of just, I don't know if you asked me or if someone was talking to me already, and I started opening up about like what I had just gone through, and then you, like, it was weird because before that I'd always been someone that didn't like to talk about my problems because I've just been conditioned to bottle things, not because of like toxic masculinity, but you deal with enough people that make you feel like your problems aren't worthy, whatever. You feel like I have that like fear of like being a burden, so that's why for the longest time I would like just not talk about things, especially because like being an overthinker and like looking up to Shibi for the longest time before we got closer and stuff. I was like, dude, the last thing I want to do is like dump on her, and she's like, dude, I don't even fucking know you, which is fair, right? I mean, that's logical. You don't want to do that to someone that doesn't really know you. But that day was nice because like I felt something more personal than just like collab buddy, VR buddy. Like it was just like you were like, what's going on? Like, and I was like, I think I recall like hesitating, telling you like what had happened, or like you were like, you don't have to tell me. I was like, yeah, I mean, if you're letting me open the door, then I will. And then I like opened up the, Shibi, and like the details are like personal, and you already know this story and like in details. But
my reaction was like he liked me because I was being cunty about it.
yeah.
So that's how you are.
I like you because you're being cunty about it, but also like very like looking out for me, defending kind of way. You're like, yeah, no, you're. Try not to like say too much, but yeah, like it was like, wow, you're real, like you're fucking real, and you actually give a fuck about me. And I barely fucking know you, and of course, which is funny because even then we didn't even get close. Then that was phase 2 of like being
definitely something.
I was like, there might be a bit more to this bitch. Hold on, she might be a real one.
Same with Oshi. Same with Oshi.
And then I think we didn't get. I think when we truly got close was months after that. It was what would you say was like the true turning point where we like actually became like buddies? Like I would say it was like when we started doing world hops and you just kind of started helping me, and then I was like, no, it was, well, yes, but it was also when you fucking one day put the necklace on, the LNJ necklace. I was like, oh
yeah,
I didn't know you fucked with us like that. And then
I don't know.
That was kind of the start of it. The start of.
You gave me access to like VC stuff, and I joined and saw y'all hanging out. That's when I was like, fuck, I really gotta like meet more people. I gotta stop being such a shy bitch.
Dude, I remember the first time you joined my VC like randomly, and I was at work, and I was like, whoa, I didn't expect to see you here. This is one of the best work days I've had this year. It was just like, oh, I didn't expect you, and you're just like. I was like, what do you want? You're like, I'm just chilling. What's good? I was like, I'm working. Like, you do this often? I'm like, yeah. and we just talking while I was at work, and it was nice. And I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. Because I never in a million years would have thought that we'd be like VC often buddies, like we never had ever been in any VCs together prior. And then we just like, now we VC like every day, every other day. It's awesome. I feel blessed.
This is definitely something I learned from Oshi, funny enough, because that's in the timeline. We're so off topic, but in the timeline, right? Like I got close with Oshi before I joined LNJ.
Right, yeah.
And that like period of like me kind of getting close with Oshi, her becoming like my best friend, like that we got like hella close really fast. It kind of like taught me a bunch of shit, and like Oshi was like kind of the one to tell me like kind of the lesson of like take a gamble, like kind of you should like not feel afraid to like be a part of things kind of vibe. That's something I definitely learned from her, and that's why I was like, well, a certain someone kind of fucking ditched me, and Oshi's over here like cheering me from behind, like go dude, like make friends, like mingle and stuff, and I'm like LNJ. I was like, I know a place that would accept me, and I was like, let's see what happens.
Truly never going to lose out, if you ever find like friend groups or anything like that. If there's individuals that are like toxic and whatnot, I think that's probably best to take them out of your life, because that's only going to just drain you. It's only going to like bring you down, make everything, your whole experience like worse. So
that's why like the 4 years of me not belonging anywhere was like like 4 years of content creation, and I didn't like I wasn't a part of shit. I was so
it's
like
crazy. Dude, that's why I was so like huh? I was like, is this for real? When you were wearing a necklace, like it's such a small thing, but to me, I was just like, I had just been your like friend, close or not, for like a year and a half, but I've still been following you since 2021, so I had never seen you like rep anything or anything. It was just like mind blowing. I don't know if that's an overreaction, but it really was. I mean, I guess it's not, because you said you had other people like, oh, what's this? You had people like coming to you about
She
it.
was
didn't you?
surprised, yeah. Ness was hella surprised.
I know Ness was surprised because when we had that personal conversation, she was like, "I started watching you when Sheepy started wearing that shit."
She was ready to bite your head off.
She
yeah.
was. Oh my god.
Oh, I think the whole like stigma of like people having like representing a group or anything like that, I think it's mostly because people think it as like sponsoring or like doing like publicity and all that, but when you really think about it, like if you hang out with this group enough and you feel like you have like a deeper connection with them, I see no harm in it, regardless if you do content or if you want to keep your like image, you know, it doesn't matter, because it kind of shows to the people who are part of it and all that like you want to be kind of a family, you want to be connected, you still want to like, you know,
it feels amazing to be a part of something like that.
I think that's
it should be
the Asylum star here.
The Asylum.
See, me and you know, she have the same star, and then also she just very recently started repping.
Oh, dude, I was fucking honored when I saw you add it on, because listen, as much as I love seeing people wear it, I will never ask someone to do it. It's a very like I feel like that gives it more like meaning, because I've never once asked or told anyone like, you need to wear it, you need to put this on. It's a very like, I think a thing I feel confident in saying this, like I think the reason why I like my own group and why people like it is because there's no like chains in here. This is a very like free will, like everyone's here having a good time, we know each other. There is no like in a sense where I feel like people would perceive like a content creator group, or like, oh, it's a group with a bunch of content creators, or a content creator like runs it, because I mean it is my group, but I don't put like my name on it, you know, like nothing is like,
it's called Late Night Juice. Yeah, it's not the Radical Alex and Friends.
The Radical Alex and Friends. Yeah, it is Late Night Juice. It's just like I just so happen to like run it, and I think I would be confident enough to say like my ideals and rules that I'm very strict about is the reason why people feel comfortable here, and I've gotten that from other people. This is not just me sniffing my own farts and being like, this shit's good. It's true. Like, you know, I'm very like strict about like, you know, let's not fucking be fucking weird, and you know all the other rules. I don't fucking know, but where was I going with this? But like, yeah, because like the whole like, people will be like, oh, LNJ is like a content creator group, and I'm like, no, it's not a content creator group. It's a friend group that throws events that like anyone can go to. That's all it is. The other thing is what am I trying to say? Like yeah, so it's like, it's not a content creator group. It's just like there happens to be a lot of content creators because we're all fucking friends. But then the other thing is like, no one is like, how do I say this? Like, no one is under me, and no one's ever gotten that impression, because this group is just about like, it's a friend group, and no one's like in charge, if you know what I mean. Like, it's never like, oh, Oshi, like near content, because since you have the logo, you're running shit under me. Like, it's like no one does that here. Like Isaac, for example, Isaac like wears the symbol sometimes on some of his avatars, but he does his own thing. Like, everyone does their own thing. I don't like having control of people. I think that's fucking weird. Like, it's like you know, we all have our own fucking, I don't know. That makes sense, right? I'm just rambling, but like, you know, like I don't. And some
I think
people.
it's so interesting. Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just saying some people
it's
perceive
interesting
that.
how
It's
like
weird.
yeah, literally, it's like we like I joined LNJ, right, and I started like co-hosting the World Hops, and then and then Oshi joined LNJ and started co-hosting the Just Dances, And now we've got like this kind of like I get Oshi on the Mondays, Tuesdays, you get her on weekends, like divorce parent relationship. And then me and Oshi come together and we like do like special event nights.
Yeah, we made a choose. Now
And
we
it's
have
so
mixed
funny.
nights. Yeah.
Dude,
I love it.
That's
awesome.
The fucking karaoke night we did, which was technically a Oshi Shibi event. I had nothing to do with it. I was like, "This is awesome, dude." I
You showed up late and
well, because I had to DJ another event that I was asked to DJ for. But
there was just a budget shit going on.
But I like that because again, I love to emphasize. I like to emphasize. This is not the fucking Alex show. This is Alex and like. This is like my friend group. This is just like a group. It's just a group. I don't know. Like, it's like, we're talking about this like a couple weeks ago. It's like, I wouldn't mind if an event happened and maybe what if I wasn't even there? Or like I was out of town. Because I don't have to be there for stuff.
We can handle it, right?
Of course, of course. Don't even have to look at my hand. You got this. Easy.
Exactly.
It's like, it's like how we were talking about like when excuse me. I remember I was like, what am I gonna do when I go to Japan? Oh, I'll have Shibi run the world. Oh wait, Oh, I'll have Oshi run the. Wait a minute. Oh, all three of us are going to Japan, huh? And then we're like, Leffy, get over here. He's like, yeah. Okay, I'm kidding.
So sweet.
But I was like, Leffy, do you want to run World Hop while me, Shibi, and all of us are like out of town? And he was like, would I? And he's like, yeah, it is that simple. And I fucking assure you, people are still gonna go to that shit even though we're not there. Because again, that's the other thing is like, I don't like to like, yes, there's people that are like moderators or like event runners in our group, but no one is here as like a fucking totem pole image. Like I'm confident that like we don't have to be here and like an event will run smoothly and have just as many people. Like it's about the group. Like it's like like Hobbit, fucking Dory, like all these like event regulars, I guess you would call them, right? Which I just call my friends, but for the sake of explaining this, right? Or it's like how like the Just Dance events, they bring a completely different crowd compared to the fucking World Hops. We have people, which is it kind of gave me like a not like an epiphany. I don't know if that's the right word, but like opened my eyes a bit, because I like the Just Dance events, but I was like, I didn't realize until like the last couple of them where I'm like, dude, wait a minute. There's like we've built like an exclusive crowd that exclusively goes to the Just Dance and no other events, and I'm like, well, that means people like these. We can't fucking not do these or stop them or like take a break or anything. Like, it's cool. Like I'm not good with names, but there's like I can like visually knowing their avatars, there's like 4 people that always show up to every Just Dance we do. Exclusively to Just Dance.
Into like no socialization, they just get to like do an event with people.
Well,
that's like
that's the thing. Like so okay, initially when I did my Just Dance, you remember when we first started doing Just Dance in the past, right? Like we would just go to a public world. That's the same way how I do it, and a lot of the people who have been joining are the people I used to do Just Dance with at the time. And now that I'm in the group, some of them message me and ask me like, "Oh, are you guys doing it again?" So, and then I would have to tell them, "Oh, it's every other week." So it's just more of like I'm kind of introducing them to the group. They don't know much about LNJ.
Chino is back, dude. So, about it.
They just assume it's a Just Dance group, but you know, I would love to kind of introduce them more to like the other events. I know, what was it Leslie?
I love Meow Leslie. Oh my god.
Yeah, she started joining only for the Just Dance stuff, but
she was at karaoke.
She was there for karaoke.
Yeah, exactly. yeah. I was like, woo.
So it's nice to see
talk about how you've been doing like the Just Dance stuff for like ages now, actually, because you've been like a VR chat dancer for a while. Because you were showing me old clips, and I'm like, oh my god, it's Oshi from like 5-6 years ago doing the same shit she's doing today.
Oh my god, crazy. Well, okay, so the thing is, we are so blessed to have what we have right now, like the Pi world, the VR dancing world, because back then it was so scud, because this was like 2018, 2019 era. it was like probably 10 songs on a wall, and you had to click each individual button.
Oh my god!
And it was like one video player, and it's like the smallest little thing, but there's like this tinge of like nostalgia and like beautifulness to it, because it kind of I want to say like, think of like playing Legos and like moving on to like building bricks in real life. It's just like you start small and then you like grow, and it looks so much nicer. But yeah, I've been dancing since 2018, mostly Just Dance, and I've been doing it kind of like a workout routine-ish type of thing.
Cardio.
And
it's definitely a fucking workout. Yeah. That shit is definitely a fucking workout though, because dude, like I like remember that like last Wednesday, 12-hour shift, hour working out my arms at home, and then I'm like, okay, and then I danced for an hour. Dude, how long have I been fucking delivering mail? 4, almost 5 years now. In my 4 whatever years of delivering mail and being outside all in the sun, even on the hottest days, that I've never felt that fucking fatigued in my life. And the dancing was like the cherry on top. Like, cause I was fine after the workout. I was like, ooh, I'm ready to get in VR, but dancing for an hour straight, I was like, dude, I'm fucking wiped, dude. That shit is a fucking workout. Like, I was laying down and not even like sleepy. I was just laying down because I was like, fuck, dude, I'm exhausted. I was like, I used up all my energy that like, because you've seen me like come home from like a 12 and still be fucking bouncy and energetic, dude. That's the first time we're like, oh god. Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry. Oh, ladies, my bad. But that was like, God. Like, that was the first time where, like, I was exhausted in VR, but not because I was, like, sleepy. There's a difference. Sleepy is, like, when you want to go to bed. Tired is when you're just fatigued. At least that's what I think, right? There's a difference, right? Tired and sleepy.
Exhausted, yeah.
Exhausted, like physically exhausted. Yeah, I was just like, fuck. That took it out of me, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm sorry, I can't dance with you. And you're like, you're good. I'm having fun doing jumping jacks and shit.
Oh my god.
Dude, I think it's the funniest thing where, I don't know if it's like Twitter algorithm, or if you put an @ in something, usually I feel like it doesn't perform well or as well. I don't know, maybe just something I've noticed. But whenever I put like Just Dance, blah blah blah, co-hosted by Smoloshino, and then it's the fucking, I don't know if it's like because you have like followers and it connects, or because it's a picture of you.
The avatar.
Every time I post your picture, 100 likes minimum, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm happy, I love it, but I'm like, I just never, because like if I do like a World Hop, me and Shibi, and I put like a random photo or like instance open, 20, 30, 50 likes. Now, I'm not being like a like slut and being like, I need my likes or it means nothing. I'm just saying, like, factually, those are the numbers it gets. Any like instance open post, this post, we'll be doing this in like 2 hours. You know, it usually gets around like the 50 so mark. Oh, but when it's a picture of Oshi, my timeline must be eating good, I guess. It really is, dude.
Work. She put so much effort into her avatar and all her work recently. Like, yeah, she's doing very well right now. She's a big popular girl of all the hard work she's put in.
I've been like procrastinating so much lately because of like, I don't know. I think like it's been like mood wise, but I've been kind of like riding like Shibi knows a lot, but I've been kind of like riding through a lot of the wave. But I'm slowly kind of building fast.
No. Wait, what? I couldn't hear you from here.
I'm so sorry.
What was the joke you said? You said she's I heard she's pooky. I'm like,
no, I said she's moody.
Moody. Oh, moody. I mean, it happens. Like, you know, I think that's one thing.
She's so real for it.
I think that's one thing I actually like really like about you, in like a relatable sense. Like, you have days, or like I think you did like the longest you did it recently, you were like gone for a week. You just like took like a mental break, and then, like, I think I'm not gonna say I like it because I miss you, but it's really like you're so fucking real for like it's okay to have these emotions and be like, dude, I'm burnt out. Because like I think out of all my friends who like do any sort of content, you're the one that like you have the craziest ups and downs, and this is coming from someone who I don't even know how low your lows get. We've never spoken about like what you go through. I just you do like eventually be like, yeah, I was going through stuff, but I'm back, and that's fine. You're free to open up or not, whatever. But it's more so what I'm getting at is like you have the craziest ratio of like, yeah, this video on Twitter just fucking got like 1 million views and fucking 37K fucking likes, and then you're like, I'm fucking going through it. And then you're like, yeah, we're so back. Anyways, who trying to just dance? And it's like, this bitch still got it. You just bounce back, and I think that's respectable. Like, it doesn't matter what you go through. When you bounce back, and you'll upload a banger. And hey, you might fucking go through another fucking dip again, but you've proven time and time again. I hope you don't. I hope you don't. I'm not saying I want to see that again. But I'm saying that I've like, even though I still worry whenever you like go through like a little episode or something or a little break or whatever, what I'm trying to say is that like, I know you'll get through it because time and time again, I've seen you go through a break or a low, no context, and you always bounce back. And then you're just like, I uploaded something and then it fucking bangs. Or even if it has nothing to do with uploading, you come back with like good energy. Everyone's happy to see you. Everyone loves and is excited to like, yay, it's fucking Oshi, you know? Like, and
that's something me and Ness joke about. It's like whenever she comes back, me and Ness are like, oh, she's gonna fucking pop off. Like, if she's gone for a few days, we're gonna be like, oh, she's gonna fucking blow up when she comes back. We just know it's always like that. She always does this like thing where she's like, it's like, where's Oshi? And she fucking makes a banger out of nowhere.
But it's happened like so many fucking times, dude. And like within the span of me getting close to you, I'm like, god damn.
I am telling you, I feel like I told Chibi this, and it's literally like, that's why I relate to you so much when it comes to like, because you know, you had your past experience with like relationship, right?
Right.
And I had my fair bit. I feel like every time I hit that dip, there's always like kind of like a bounce back, you know?
Right.
It's like the stock market. You know, you have the low, it goes down, down, down. And
It is. It's physics. It's really physics, because like if everything's always here, it's either not gonna be fun or just like it means nothing. If everything's always perfect, it means nothing. It's like if you've ever gotten cheat codes in Animal Crossing and you buy everything, then the game fucking sucks, because like, why are you like, there's no meaning to like playing the game. Life, I mean, we all know this, we've all heard this a million times, but it's fucking true. Life isn't life without its ups and downs. You can't enjoy the good things without the bad things, you know?
Yeah.
And
I had the same rant after like a World Hub recently. I was like, the ups don't exist without the downs.
And it happens.
It's like yin yang, right? Yin yang. Like there's a negative, and then it like balances.
That's why
the amazing thing is that the ups feel so good,
right?
And you just gotta be able to handle your downs.
That's why when I rarely, even if there's no reason to it, like recently, I just felt like shit. I said things on my private that I just felt like shit. I'm not gonna go into it, but I felt like shit. But a part of it is kind of like, I don't know, like beautiful in a sense, because it's like I'm exercising my ability to feel any kind of emotion as someone who's known as like a very positive guy, a very positive, happy, whatever. And I'm glad people view me that way, but I'm human. I can be sad as well, even if nothing prompts it. I can just get in my head and be like, oh god, like, oh, the shit I was saying on my private the other day was so fucking depressing, but then it fucking felt better the other day. There's nothing wrong with like exercising your ability to be sad. I think it's good as long as you handle it well. And I think this kind of connects to like what we were talking about earlier. Like, you can be sad, you can come to your friends about it, you can keep it to yourself, like do whatever you want, just don't stay in that hole too long. But also there comes with a certain balance of like, you should never feel like a burden talking to your friends, but there's a certain way to handle it. Like, you never want to like be known as someone who's like completely miserable. You can come and open up to your friends when you need that help or advice or something. But then there's a difference between like, holy shit, you are fucking like miserable and you can't like take any advice and stuff. It sounds sour, but we were talking about this earlier, like not to be sour, but I'm saying this because there's like a balance of how to do it. Because here I am saying like, I've seen Shibi, again, secretly, like, I don't really like hear details, like when she goes through stuff or whatever and has a day or whatever, she doesn't really like talk about it, and that's fine. But she comes back, she's fine. If she wanted to, I mean, we've talked about problems before. Like, Chibi is very human. Chibi is, again, to me, very relatable because I have gotten closer with Chibi, and I know that, like, Chibi is a very happy, positive person, but she has shit going on in her life. She can feel the other spectrum, the other side of emotions, and that's very human. Same thing with you. That's why I relate with you, and I think that's kind of like why this like triangle of us like is like we are comfortable like opening up with each other. Where was I getting with this? Fuck, I was going somewhere with this. Like it's okay to like show every side of you, but then there's like dude, what the fuck was I saying, dude? Fuck. I was saying like,
I get it. It's not easy being a princess, you know. I can relate. I understand.
I was saying
Not gonna lie.
something along the lines of there's a difference between like you actually do have your ups and downs, and then just like being someone who doesn't want to like actually like work on themselves. Like if okay, and be blunt with me, and I probably already know your answer. If I came to you, right? And I just only hit you with negative. You give me advice, negative.
All the time.
Why the fuck are you so negative all the fucking time? Like, and I'm not saying like you can exercise your ability to be negative and like, dude, I need you. I've told Chibi before, like, dude, I need you. I'm going through something right now. I've told the same thing to Reika, dude. At some of my lows, I'm like, dude, I fucking need you right now. And like, I've had her like fucking get on VR immediately to go through. Help me with some shit rant like back in like 2022, dude. Jesus. Yeah, that's what friends are there for. But the reason it works with you and us and me and Reika and all the people we're kind of getting these examples is because like when we go through stuff and we do finally open up, we open up because we feel safe enough to be vulnerable around each other like that, but we also want that comfort of like someone telling us it's gonna be all right, but also like we're probably gonna get advice that we're probably gonna take, and that's the fucking difference. Because a lot of people will come to you, you know, fucking depress wave, just fill you with it, and it's fine. You know, I can. My shoulders are usually big enough to handle these kinds of burdens when people want to open up to me about that. But there's a difference between like, are you gonna take my advice? Are you gonna take my advice, or are you just here because you want me to coddle you and tell you what you want to hear, and then you don't take my advice, and then you go through the same thing again and again and again. You know, I don't know. I was thinking about this because it was me and Chibi were talking about this like earlier in the VC. It's like it's true. You know, don't feel you should be comfortable opening up to your friends, but there is a time where you can feel comfortable to be like, this is too much, or it's not going anywhere.
It's tough to me.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, well, I agree with the like statement and all that. I think I want to say, and this is from my personal experience and like from hearing from others, like a lot of people tend to think that like, oh, opening up and like, you know, explaining your feelings is kind of like trauma dumping in a way, so that's why they kind of like recluse and like
right.
I think it's another reason why people like give it a bad name in a way, and they generalize it to be kind of like, oh, if you're ever vulnerable or if you ever come to me with your problems, you're trauma dumping. But it's like it's a completely different thing when you really think about it, right? So I think that's like another reason why some people don't want to open up, because they're scared to either think that like, oh, I'm being too much, or like, oh, I might be like a little overreacting, I'm overthinking.
I agree with that.
I feel it can be.
I feel like I'm contradicting myself, but it's deeper, and I know you guys understand where I'm coming from with the previous thing I was saying. But I also agree with you because I was in that spot too. For me, it was never like it's like a toxic masculinity. I can't talk about my feelings. It was like years and years of fucking just being conditioned by shitty people that like when you open up about things that are serious and people being like, I don't fucking care. Like when I went through that 2019 breakup, dude, I was like, dude, I haven't spoken to anyone in 2 weeks. Someone I used to be very close with. I was like, what do I do? Like, dude, I don't fucking know. Go outside, like walk, dude. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Like nobody fucking cares about your problems. That shit is such a small fucking sentence will fuck you up for so long, because you'll be like, I guess my problems really don't matter. And it's crazy because, yeah, that's one person's opinion, but that will fucking, it's exactly what you're saying. You like something like that will make you afraid to open up because it's kind of ties in, like, for me personally, like my fear of rejection. That's why I'm afraid of a lot of things. But yeah, I get that. And that's like, it's fucked. People think they can't open up. And I'm saying that you should open up. I think it's good to open up when you're comfortable enough. You don't have to, but it's good to open up to the right people. And if you're going to open up to them, then take their advice when they're trying to help you. Because if they're giving you advice, it's because they actually care about what you're opening up to them about.
Hell yeah. I'm glad Oshi opened up, because Oshi isn't the type of person, at least old Oshi wasn't the type of person that ever opened up about their feelings. So one day they came to me and they were like, Shibi, I need to tell you some shit. And then just like the fucking like atomic bomb of just like all the shit like Oshi's been going through in like the past year. And I was like, God damn. And I was not like expecting Oshi to come to me of all people about any of that, but I was like the first person she came to about it. Holy.
And I am so glad.
moly.
I don't regret a single thing.
Grabbing another beer.
Best decision of your life. So best decision of your life for me as well, because like fuck, God damn, we would never have fucking been as close as we were. Like, oh man, I don't know. I loved that. That was amazing.
It kind of makes you think like what reality would happen. Like, what reality would we be in if we never have met each other?
Imagine if we bottled all that up, and then we never hung out. Like for those few months that we hung out.
Dark
and got close.
timeline.
But my ass would be off the grid probably.
Yeah. Fuck, man. I wouldn't be here either. For sure. I would not be a part of LNJ. I would probably be like locked away. If I think about it still.
Like mentally or like in a locked away in like,
more like just because I never like Oshi really is like one of the reasons on why I like wanted to be a part of a group, because like Oshi inspired me when it comes to like reaching out, because she reached out to me and she was like the most person that's ever reached out to me for something like that ever in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was like that connection that made me realize like if I never like, let's say I was the old Shibi, right? And I mean like old Shibi, or she would have came to me and I would have been like, oh, like, I don't know, don't know what to tell you, boss. I would never have like, opened up and like actually tried to help.
right.
Because back then I used to value myself as like, oh, I don't want to make too much of a stance. Like, I don't want to be too opinionated. I just kind of want to like, I really was just like throwing my content on the platforms and then just like, and just like disappearing. It's like all I ever did for so long. So me like locking in like that day you came to me and like actually like opening up about my past and like giving you like genuine like one-to-one like help. It's like not Shibi coded at all, but I did it. now it is very Shibi coded, but
I want to say in the same way as well, like having to meet you and to introduce me to like so many wonderful people, because I like how you said it, you would be the one to just like put out content and then like hide back. I was the exact same way, and I feel like I was always scared because like I'm naturally introverted, so it's hard for me to like kind of reach out to people, right? And I think having to talk to you and you kind of helping me out and pushing me to also it's also kind of reaching out. We both kind of helped each other when it came to that regard, I feel like. Yeah. And
nowadays you're helping me more than anything else.
It's funny because I wouldn't be here at this current moment in LNJ, not like that way, but like talking and meeting so many like incredible people. Like that's why I am so grateful to have ever met you, Shibi.
On the podcast.
You saw the video.
dude, that's
I think I talked about this before around my birthday, that you made like this birthday video for me that was like this giant like appreciation promise that we made when you got close to me, and I can like actually get into it now, like whenever she does that shit with me, when you do the thing that you're doing right now, my like little cold, dry, fucked up evil heart kind of goes like
Shit, they got 10 times that night.
Yeah, dude. And I remember like when you showed me like that appreciation like promise video where you like I cried harder than I've ever cried in like 5 fucking years. Like holy shit. And, like it like it's like a certain type of emotion that I don't usually feel. Like that everything's gonna be okay kind of feeling. That's what she always does to me. I love it. Yeah.
Maybe it's really the fucking we
Hardcore shit.
we be beating the fucking love into this bitch.
Yeah.
You're a fucking feel
Yeah.
dude, Oshi, honestly, dude, this is the second time we've talked about this fucking birthday on this podcast, and I'm all for it. But it's dude, we tag team the fuck out of Shibi's emotion on that birthday.
Oh my
dude.
god, yeah.
It was my efforts of gathering the DJs and doing the event, and your fucking video, dude. Mwah. Masterwork, dude. Master teamwork, dude. Woo! Also, and 2 for 2 getting fucking Shibi emotional as fucking episode back to back.
Yeah,
dude.
cry more of happiness.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah. I'm just very grateful that I'm able to feel those feelings, especially due to people, you know, because I'm used to crying in a bad way because of people. I've never ever cried in a good way, like in my life, really, but like especially because of people. Like people were never the reason I was crying for a good reason, but the efforts that you two put in made me fucking cry like a bitch.
Yeah. You know, I don't know if I've told you.
Tears streaming down my headset. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna break my Quest Pro. Oh my goodness, this is bad.
I don't know if I've told you this one, Shibi. But one of our friends in LNJ, you know, Hobbit, right? Small Hobbit.
Yeah.
I believe it was him. He
small.
was mentioning it one time. You weren't in an instance. I don't remember if it was an event or whatever, or we're just hanging out. But we're talking about like you and how we like know people and stuff in our group, and I thought it was kind of like sweet, like this thinking process, you know, because we think like, oh, people know us because we're like content creators, right? But no, there's people in our group that don't keep up with content creators. And I believe, like, I'm paraphrasing this, all right? But I believe Hobbit was essentially trying to say, like, oh, I didn't even know Shibi was a content creator. I met her through LNJ and, like, the World Hops, and she's, like, really funny and cool. Like, people liking you because you and not because you're a content creator and, you know, VR chat mindset of, like, content creator, good. They're special. It's like, no, please like me for who I am. Yeah, like, someone like Hobbit, who I don't even think you guys are close or anything, was just, like, saying good things about you, which made me happy, you know? I'm like, yeah, that's my friend. That's my bestie, you know?
That's my girl.
Oh my god.
This is Oshi's episode. Let's talk about Oshi.
Oshi. Speaking of Oshi episode,
I did want to add to what you were saying, like regarding like the whole like content creator good and all that. Oh fuck! I just had it in my head. I don't know when it comes to some creators and content creators and all that. I'm not sure if you guys ever like witnessed this, but say for example you're going through some shit, right? And you do content and people are like, oh my god, you're doing so good, oh my god, like cheer you on, and then you suddenly stop and then like it's like radio silence. Has that ever happened to you? Like someone's really close to you only because you make content stuff, and that, oh my god, that's the worst.
You know, I
That's why I
feel
was
like
so locked away from my first part of my content creator like kind of thing going on, because I had a lot of people. But if I wasn't like Shibi back then with the numbers that I was getting, because remember, like I was on big numbers back then, and then it, you know, because I took a huge hiatus and all that, I lost a lot of people. A lot of people that just started dropping just over and over again. So yes, I have definitely seen that.
You know, not that I know of, but I don't think I can relate to this one, unfortunately, or I guess fortunately. Unfortunately for you guys, like I'm sorry you guys like have experienced this. I don't know if it's because the way I am extremely selective with keeping people closer to me, but I guess I'm blessed that like everyone I keep close is friends with me because we're friends, and because I've always stayed consistent enough with content, but I'll go like a couple weeks without uploading stuff, and then I still have people talk to me. Like I'm thinking, like I don't know, I think I'm confident enough to say I don't think I have anyone like that in my close circle, at least. Outside circle, I probably just don't keep up enough. But man, that's crazy to think about.
I stopped making things in like 2023, and without saying names, like a lot of people like kind of stopped fucking with me, and they kind of disappeared, and then all of a sudden I went from like the oh my god, like Shibi's so cool and quirky and like we like how crazy she is, to like Shibi's kind of annoying, like look out for Shibi. And then like there was like people going around saying like, oh, avoid Shibi, she's annoying, like she can't read a room and like shit like that. And I was like and then that's why and then that's why I was like, fuck this, like the second my content stops mattering, it seems like I stopped mattering, coincidentally.
Yeah. People tend to tie like, especially content creators, to just like their relevancy,
Right.
And I think that's very disingenuous. I don't know, just saying in general, it's messed up.
Yeah, I don't.
But
it's so fucked, dude. Like, I'm trying to think of someone who like doesn't. I got a prime example of someone we all fuck with heavy, and that motherfucker never makes content. I wish he would, but I don't value him because of he was a content creator. In fact, had like one of the biggest fucking videos explode back in the day. Fucking Blythe. Dude, Blythe doesn't fucking make videos anymore, and we're fucking super close with it. We're probably his. Well, maybe I'm speaking out of my ass, but from what I'm understanding, it feels like we're his closest friends, or at least in the VR space, we're his closest friends.
Yeah, I'd say so. I don't
absolutely.
know. The thing about Blythe is that he definitely is a wonder, but coincidentally, that ties in so well to my story that I was just talking about, because when I fucked off and when like people stopped messaging me, who was still around? Blythe. He was the OG, because I met Blythe really fucking long time ago, 5 years ago.
That's fucking
I'm pretty
crazy.
sure I met, like, 4 years ago. He was I always talk about the VR chat TikTok
Renaissance,
fucking, like Big Bang. Yeah, the Renaissance, the Big Bang, where Section invites a bunch of content creators that were like that, and no one collaborated, no one knew what they were doing. We were all just like, just like One Piece, like just fucking random pirates.
The pirate era,
shit,
dude.
like, in their own stories.
The actual pirate era, dude.
Then,
holy shit.
And then a legend, a fucking crazy, freaky, strange legend, but a legend nonetheless in my story. Section VR comes and goes like, all of you come together now, and we're just gonna hang out, and we're just gonna see what the fuck happens. And I met Brookie Cookie, I met Blythe, I met fucking Wonton, I met a ton of people. I met Asa, I met a lot of big fucking people.
Dude, that's
and,
crazy.
And I met, obviously, and I met Blythe, and we've actually been hella close ever since then. Blythe has never like gone down in value or like disappeared out of my life ever. He like goes away and comes back, but he's always like that homie that like I can always love and stuff. And he was always there for me. I had no one. He was always like, oh, should we let's like hang out and just have a good time.
I love that motherfucker. Dude, he's Latino. Of course he's about having a good time, dude. That's in his blood, sis. That's in his blood, dude. He said, fuck, let's crack open a Modelo and have a good one, dude. Dude, me and Blythe's closest fucking, like our jokes or whatever is just talking about In-N-Out and like fast food and stuff. Dude,
that's funny. Me and Blythe just talk about brain rot.
Dude, every time that motherfucker gets In-N-Out, he posts it in my food channel and he's like, at the Radical Alex just got another banger, big dog. What you think? Rate this one. And I'm like, ooh, that's a 10. That shit look good. He's like, I know. He's like, I already ate it. I'm still thinking about this shit.
I was looking at the big shit.
Did you guys? I think maybe Shibi knows, but I don't know if you know. So I you know how like I went on my like hyperfixation little. Got my backpack and bought a bunch of fucking like Velcro straps for it because my backpack has a Velcro and you can replace the thing on it. So I bought like a handful of them, and one of them was this. It's like the In-N-Out logo because Blythe loves In-N-Out. Fuck, sorry, it was a big one. Call that the Big Bang.
Suspense is killing me.
Yeah,
And
kind of weird.
I got him this like Velcro patch, whatever you call it, and it's the In and Out logo, but the letters are changed, so it says "fuck around" and "find out."
Find out.
And I was like, is this like old XD random internet humor, or will he like this? I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. And I bought it for him, and I was like, Blythe, I got you something. He's like, what'd you get? Well, you bought me something? Because again, we weren't even like close. We still aren't even like close. We just get along, and we're like, I think we're pretty good friends based off interactions, right? And I'm like, yeah, I got you this. And I showed him what I got him. He's like, oh, dude, what the fuck, dude? I love this. Well, and he's like, you know what? I'm bringing a backpack to Japan just so I can rep this, and I'm gonna give it to him when I go to Japan. And he's like, because like, nothing
cool.
prompted me to be like, I am gonna get something for Blythe because I like him that much. Like, we weren't that close. I just saw something that reminded me of him. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get this for him. I think he would like this, and he loves it. He loves it. He loves it. He loves it. And I get to give it to him when I see him. I'm so excited.
And so awesome, dude. I love that. He's awesome.
God. Great fucking guy. It's
What time are we running on, by the way?
right now we're at an hour and 5 minutes. But do you want to maybe go longer because we have a guest, or is
Longer.
Your guys? That's what I'm
We're
saying.
going an extra 30 minutes at least because it's a special day, and Oshi hasn't talked about the ice wall yet.
Wait, yeah, we gotta go on schizo stuff. Wait, Oshi, before we go on the schizo stuff, I want to wrap up the whole like appreciation, you going blah blah blah, whatever, opening up to each other. That Oshi circle jerk session, dude. Yeah. Sorry. But recently, when all of us got close, I mean, I know it was like you and Shibi, then me and Shibi. And me and you in that order. I believe it's like exactly that order.
Yeah.
I knew the day it was like, oh, like we actually fuck with each other. This isn't just like, oh, because we're both friends with Chibi, therefore we're friends, which is like, that's fair logic, right? But the day I was like, oh no, wait, you actually fuck with me, is the day. I don't remember if I opened up in that campfire first or if that was after. Or if I think that was first, but it wasn't that. It was when we're on that boat, just you and me, no one else. I think Blythe. Actually, funny enough, we're just talking about Blythe. I think Blythe joined us after, but it was just you and me, just talking, and you were just opening up about like your lore. You remember that day?
Oh, yeah. I don't think it was Blythe. I think it was yeah, it was you.
Or was it
me,
Azura?
And I think Nexi. No, Nexi was there.
Someone.
I think. You, me, Nexi, and then Uha joined after.
Oh, I remember Uha. I definitely remember Uha joined. Yeah. But that day I was like, oh, I think I get it now. I understand it now. Like we're friends. Like we're like, yes, if we're mutuals, we're friends, but we are like actually friends now. Like you wouldn't open up to me like if you didn't give a fuck about me or if you didn't consider me close. Knowing you and like no, like you're not someone who like. From my perception of you, I don't fucking know, but whatever. My point is like that day I was like, yeah, we're friends now. Cool. This is awesome. Like it was.
Wasn't that when the fucking she likes me thing was going on?
I think so. Did I? I mean, that's an old Maddie meme. I can explain.
You were doing it. That's where I got it.
Is that?
I got it from when you were getting close with Oshi and you were going.
I told you the next day. I was like, she likes me. Yeah. Right. So, before we finally end this, and we can let Oshi go on the schizo shit and everything. I want to tell you do you know where? If you do, I know Oshi doesn't know. Do you know where like the whole like he likes me like meme comes from?
You said Maddie.
So yeah, Maddie's the one that fucking started that shit, and it's actually so it was what is it? Because back in like 2023 when I did my birthday and Paul got Sarai to play for it, and I was like, oh my fucking god, no way. And you know, Sarai starting to take a little liking to me, and we could really tell that he fucked with me because he was doing one of his like Harry Potter streams. Remember that Harry Potter game that was like in 2023 that everyone was playing? Hogwarts Legacy or whatever. He modded the game, so like you know in Harry Potter they have like the paintings where people are like moving and alive in them. He modded the game, so one of them was like my Mama Hinata doing like this little dance, and he clipped it and he sent it to me. He's like, "Look, Alex, you're in my game," and I was like, "Maddie, look," and she's like, he likes you. So that kind of just eventually evolved into like he likes you or he likes me. It's just like it's just like I love bringing like really old inside jokes and like recycling them with new friends, and then they fuck with it, and you're like, this is a banger inside joke. Glad I was able to fucking bring it back, dude.
Oh yeah, that's good.
But yeah. I fucking I you know what, all jokes aside, I think that is my reaction. I am happy you like me. A good feeling.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, the amount of times I've told Shibi like I really want to get close to Alex, I want to talk to Alex, but it's like it's hard to think because like I don't know much about games, right? So it's like hard to kind of like jump in when you're talking to like either Mao Mao or like you're talking to Shibi about stuff. I'm like, I don't know how to like relate to this, you know? So I really feel like when we had that like lore exchange, like the first time I heard you talk about your lore, I was like, I can relate to this guy so much. And that's why I said like I really want to talk to you about like the lore stuff, and like we kind of like exchanged stuff together. And then like more recently, even when we talked about the conspiracy stuff, that's why I also felt like, you know, we can talk about stuff, we can bounce back, you know?
Right.
And that really makes me happy, honestly.
It does.
The Japan stuff, so.
Dude. Oh, if we aren't close now, which we are, that's gonna be a fucking experience. I can assure you right now, the day I fucking leave, I'm crying, dude. I already know I'm gonna get so attached to you guys. I'm gonna fucking cry when I have to leave. I don't want to think about it. But just so
I'm gonna be holding on to Oshi's hand like you're coming with me.
But just so you know, Oshi, and I'm pretty sure you know this, but I think the thing about me and why I'm able to get along and talk to literally anyone, doesn't matter who, is because you don't have to like the same things or like understand the hyperfixations I do to like get along with me or talk to me, dude. I like you can like talk to me about anything, dude. I just will talk. I don't know. I've been I forget where I learned this. I really forget where I would learn this, but the best way to get people to like you is to show that you're interested in what they're talking about. If you like with a brand new person, let's say raw dogging meeting someone new, right? How do I get this person to like me? Dude, show them you care about them. Start a conversation and let them be the person to like run the conversation. And if they're shy, like catch them saying an interest and then be like, oh, what about it? Even if you know nothing about it. And that's the pitch. They're sold. They're fucking sold. And it's that easy. To me, I think that's why I'm able to get along with a lot of people, because
you're so right, actually. Holy shit.
That's what I do. And obviously not to get anything out of it. That's just what I do, because I'm like, I kind of want to know this person. It's a good way to make them feel comfortable. And I think I do that.
It's a big reason on why I like you as well. But now it's crazy that you're mentioning that now, because actually now I'm thinking about it and you say that. Fuck, that's another big reason why I got close to you, because when I was in my period of like, like no one gives a shit about me, like no one actually cares about me, I'm always like fucking, people are like yapping at me, but then when I go to talk about myself, no one gives a shit. You were like, when we were like getting close and you were like hanging out with me, you're such a fucking like yapper when it comes to like, so Shibi, what do you do about this? So Shibi, what's your favorite color? So Shibi, what's your favorite dinosaur? And like, you just like fucking, you'd like inject into my life so much, and no one ever fucking does that. No one gives a shit about my interests, but Oshi loves my interest. She asks so many questions about it, and she's also the first person that I know about that like asks about my lore, because usually when I'm like talking about my past and shit, people are like, oh damn, that fucking sucks. Anyways, fucking Oshi is like, holy shit, I need to know every single detail, and she like fucking and she like asks all these little questions, and I'm like, oh fuck, I love it when she asks this shit, because it makes me think, and then I remember my story, because I've got fucking like, you know, residual trauma that I don't remember like most of the actual bits and pieces, but when she asks, I'm like, and then I do remember, you know. So I'm so fucking glad. I love it when people like actually like aren't like, they're not like selfish, and they're selfless, and they want to ask about other people and like get, because I feel like I'm always like asking about people's lives and stuff. It's like that's what's a passion for me.
That's the thing about like when you talk about people's like interests and all that, because a lot of people like, okay, just as like psychology and like how humans are, we like to hear stuff about ourselves, right? It makes us feel happy.
Right.
But if you don't rebound, like I don't want to block you guys because like you're talking and I feel like I'm like the blicking.
No, it's perfect.
I feel bad.
Remember, there's like camera POV, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. But yeah, this is one thing. Like I remember I saw like a YouTube video regarding it, but it involves a lot like psychology wise, a lot of like people like hearing about themselves. But you need to learn how to rebound off of it, right? Like if someone says something, they could be like, oh, what else about it and all that, and then like they'll sing it. It's like a trading thing. Obviously, you're better at it than like I am, but it's just something I always kept in mind. But
I just love it when people ask, when people are actually curious about people.
I wish I remember who I learned that from. I don't know if it was my uncle or my grandpa or my cousin or someone. So I learned that, and I've never forgotten about that. I'm like, huh. And it's true because like in human nature, everyone likes attention. We like to feel visible. And
the older you get, the more you want to talk about yourself. That's like a funny thing about it.
And I get it. I mean, like, I get it because, like, I'd be at VC like, hey, Shibi, did you know in Mega Man 2, Quick Man's moves? And it's just like, he's like, wow, that's so great. That's awesome. It's like, but I like, and I get it. And that's also why I feel comfortable with you guys, because now that I've gotten through make them feel special, now I can open up and talk about myself and they're interested. It's like today when I was like, oh, you want to see one of my favorite skits? And you're like, yes, King, show me. Okay, you didn't say that. You didn't say King. I'm so full of myself. But you were like, yeah, show me. And you're like, oh, I like this. This is a good one. It's like,
Oshi, I've done that to Oshi a million times, dude. I'm like literally, I just like go on my TikTok and I'm like, Oshi, let's scroll through my stuff.
Oh my god!
Tell me your opinion on each one.
Is Oshi our attention punching bag? Do you like this, Oshi? Am I cute? Do you like me?
Oshi's so approval, dude.
Oshi, you know what's funny? Speaking of the whole like make someone feel visible, like it's always a good way to get someone to like you by making them feel special, by letting them talk and showing interest in them. Kind of, not exactly segue, kind of, but like that's kind of why I'm not gonna lie, the whole fucking I'm coming clean here, but the meme, I actually forced that stim so hard because to me I was just like this seems like some stim that this is gonna be me and Oshi's stim. I actually brainwashed you and forced it on you, and then you ended up liking it, and I was like, yep.
I want to be honest, like in our little circle, I think I've gotten a stim from every single person. Like Shibi does a. It's like I've done it so many times. And then like Mama's like the like the high pitch. Yeah,
you do that, and I think it's Mamo sometimes. And I'm like, where the fuck? He's not even in this VC, and I'm like, oh my god, you're like a skinwalker. You're copying all of us.
You should see the stim she gets from Ness, dude. She's literally becoming a little mini Ness.
I fucking love Ness. Every time she does her like little like princess attitude, oh my god, it's like $50.
Oshi has literally been becoming a little mini Ness, dude, because now, like, whenever I ask anything of Oshi, she's like, $50, and then she hits me with this fucking shit. I'm like, no! I've been dealing with Ness bullshit for 4 years, now I'm gonna do this all over again.
Dude, that makes me think of one of those memes where it's like Ness died in 2024, Oshi born in 2025. Welcome back, finding a Ness.
literally, dude.
Okay.
And she's become all snarky from me as well, apparently.
Oh yeah. No, I'm starting to talk back now.
Have you?
She's got a little attitude about it now.
Have I? What about me? Do you think I've gotten anything from like your guys' like circle, the asylum circle?
I definitely think so because the asylum circle's hella whimsical. That's the thing. Like I don't know, like compared to like most places in VRChat, I feel like the people that we have in the asylum are fucking stupid as shit. And we do a lot of like brain rot, whimsical, fucking like the dude. Fucking 90% of the stims that we have in the asylum, honestly, are from Cabby. I won't even lie. They're so funny, dude.
I mean, it's so funny.
He has changed our vocabulary forever, bro.
Dude, I say the tough stim. I say that with my IRLs. I'm like, dude, it's so tough, dude. This is so tough. Like, it's so fucking funny, dude. It's so funny. Oh, fuck. You know what?
Okay. Oh, what do you have to say?
Yeah, I was just gonna say one thing. One thing I've gotten like comfortable in this group is like I'm number one preacher of like, dude, read a room. when it's like everyone's quiet, it's like, you know, just read a room. Maybe people want to be quiet. I feel so comfortable in your guys' circle because sometimes I don't know what it is lately, dude. I've been so loud. I just laugh and giggle and stim and say shit, and no one says anything. But I keep going, and everyone's like, good one. And I was like, yeah.
Because that's the type of environment that I want to build, dude. Like, that's how it should be. Like, in all my good groups of friends that I've always had, I fucking hate being told to, like, shut the fuck up. And I don't give a fuck if that makes me an annoying bitch. I do not want to be told to be quiet or shut up or anything like that. I want to be able to be, like, the truest version of myself. And then people just fucking listen. You know, I feel like that's the best type of group is, like, you just stim, like, fucking 90% of the time, I'm trying to work. I hear fucking Oshi going, like, just in the background, just fucking constantly, like, humming to herself, stimming, making little fucking sounds. I hear Kenneth slamming his dick, going, fuck, he's, like, losing at Fortnite. Like, people are just doing their shit, and no one, like, has to be quiet or anything, because that's just, like, the happy place, you know?
It's such a good feeling, because I think it was literally yesterday, like, the VC was quiet, and I was just going on for, like, 20 minutes, and I'm like, should I keep going?
When are people gonna tell me to shut up?
No. Yeah. I was actually thinking about I'm like, not like tough crowd because there was a reaction every time, but I'm like, no one's gonna say anything. Like even Azura was there, everyone was there, and no one said anything yet. I'm like, okay. And I hit another one, and it fucking slam dunked, dude. I'm like, ooh. Oh, maybe I'm funny. Maybe I'm funny. Hold on, wait. Because you remember yesterday, specifically yesterday, dude. I was chatty as fuck yesterday, and it was nice. It was nice. Okay,
that's how it should be. Okay. All right, Oshi. It's time.
We've made it.
Now, let's start off. All right. We were talking about this earlier. The Great Pyramids of Giza. All right. What's going on? You think the Great Pyramids of Giza possibly, maybe, might perhapsably have like it's like the tip of the spear, right? When it comes to like and it goes down.
Yeah. So okay, look. I'm not saying this is real. But these are conspiracy theories. I just like to say
this is
first.
Not History Channel 3 a.m. shit.
Yeah. Exactly. FBI. I don't think this is real. This is absolutely,
channel gets taken down, dude.
For legal reasons, this is a joke.
But, yeah, I remember I saw this one video on YouTube. It was a documentary about like how there's like multiple different pyramids all over the world, and especially like the one in Giza or the one in Egypt. Sorry. So we know only.
Keep talking. You're good.
Go on.
Mom and dad are fighting.
So...
Sorry.
You know the furry art where it's like the shadow of the mom and dad.
Shadow casting over me.
I gotta be the alcoholic one because it's in character.
Keep talking about your schizo theories, honey. Go on. I'm listening.
So it's just a video about like how the pyramids kind of line up. I don't know. It's like perfect dimensions to like pointing to like specific stars and like perfect geometry when it comes to like I don't know. I think it was like pointing to true north or something
Perfect
like that.
north, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
North.
I know.
It
Yeah.
all pointed to true north, and then it shifted a little bit because of like the Earth is old. But like at the time, dude, get the fuck out of here, bro. They didn't even have protractors back then. And you're telling me they were managed to line up a bunch of giant fucking pyramids and make them all point true north?
There's no fucking way. And it's like you're underestimating the power of humanity. Shut the fuck up, dude. There's no way. That was like fucking 4,000 so years ago, dude. We didn't even have how someone built this on a fucking forklift in a Walmart? Like how? Like actually how? There's no fucking way. There's no way. I don't care what you say, dude.
Back then,
dude. Listen. Cleopatra's ass was not that fat enough to have people slaving away building fucking pyramids and shit, dude. There's no fucking way. Aliens built that shit, dude. I'm telling you, aliens built that shit. You know the fucking we're talking about this when we did the VC and everyone's like fucking out cold. We're like, it was like dude, the moment where we started talking about it, it's like, okay, this is a safe place. I was like, Oshi, are you familiar with the light bulb paintings in the pyramids? And you're like, oh, yes, oh my god. And I'm like, this is a safe place. But there's like literal fucking like, and you could be like, well, what if they're
There's
not
helicopters too.
I've never seen the helicopters. That's fucking crazy.
There's helicopters, yes.
Dude,
there's all sorts of shit.
I'm telling you, call me schizo, be like, wow, I don't know. Well, I didn't know these guys were fucking crazy like that. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what you think of me. There's no way. And why is it that like so many iconic structures, not within a single time period, but like throughout all of time and different eras and stuff, it's always fucking pyramids. It's always pyramids. There's pyramids of fucking
the Aztecs, Giza, the Antarctic.
There's those, you know. Tell me this, right? Because how is it that all cultures have different foods, different languages, but you're gonna tell me, and not every single one, but scattered throughout the world, a lot of people just decided like, let's build fucking pyramids before we had traveled and
why not
go
cubes?
all the way.
Yeah.
Why not cubes? Why not castles? Why not exactly pyramids? Dude, come on, dude. That's not a coincidence.
That's a hard one too.
And I wish I could find a video, but there is literally a fucking video that like shows like all oh, what did I do there?
Oh,
I touched my face. Sorry. There's a video, and I can't find it because I don't remember what it was called. I used to watch this video all the time. It's what got me on my schizo shit when I was a fucking the ripe age of like fucking 14, dude. I'm watching these videos, and it's like the pyramids of Egypt connect, and like fucking it's that. I think the Mayan pyramids or something. I'm getting my fucking shit confused, but there's like a bunch of like not even just pyramids, but like very questionable historical old buildings and shit. And they all line up in a perfect line, circling around the world. The dude types them in fucking Google. You know what video? I can't find it. I can't find it. And I'm just like, there's no way. There's no way that's a fucking coincidence. There's no fucking way that's a coincidence. You cannot tell me humans before calculators, computers. We didn't even know the fucking world was not flat back then. How the fuck there's no way. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way, dude.
I remember. You remember when we were watching like in that one big movie, Player World, and we were watching like the Giza thing. I think there was something where it like lined up with like it was almost like decimal, like a few hundred decimals off of like being the exact speed of like I think it was light or sound.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Holy shit! Yeah. I forget what it is, but yes, I know what you're talking about. I've seen that video or something describing the same thing. It's the speed of light, the distance. Wait, I think it's like the distance between the pyramid and the sun, or something like that. Is like the speed of light, or something like that. It's something like that. So something, whatever it is, it's the like the number of how far it is exactly the like almost exactly the speed of light. And I was like, dude, that's not a coincidence. That is not a fucking coincidence. And there's no way humans pre-technology era, pre-fucking factories, pre-fucking God, I sound like a boomer. Pre-forklift. Ain't no way someone doing that without forklift. There's just no fucking way. There's no fucking way. It's like, oh well, and I hate that argument of like you're misunderestimating the knowledge that human knowledge is infinite. Shut the fuck up, dude. There's no way. There's no fucking way, dude. There's no fucking way. It's crazy.
I'm on the back end of that spectrum where it's like I definitely am like a believer in like some crazy shit, but I'm a lot less than you two. I'm more of like a very like there's a reason for everything kind of girl. But fucking, I don't know, man. There was something that you said the other day. About fucking and this is getting for legal reasons, this is all speculative, but when fucking hundreds and hundreds of police officers all gather around a fucking a mall
in Miami
one time,
Miami Mall,
and there's all the photos have been taken down, all the videos have been taken down, and all the security footage wiped off the face of the earth. We don't know what happened. Hundreds
Literally.
and hundreds of police officers all in one area, and it's like, oh, what was that about? Like all the people that live in the area,
and they're like,
what was that about?
Nothing. Some teenagers causing a ruckus. Where's the records of the teenagers that were causing?
Where are the pictures?
And like, if it was like 4 or 5, dude, even if it was
an error as well,
dude, even if it was, I think it was like they said it was like 4 to 6 teenagers. I don't remember the number exactly. Dude, I don't care. Even if it was 20, why is every police officer in fucking Miami lining up? There's no fucking way. I don't fucking believe it. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. You're just like, just like, there's something's going on there.
Something's definitely up. I want to think like, look, when it comes to the camera situation, okay, let's give it the reasonable doubt, right?
Right.
Like people are running out. There's like a gunshot. Like maybe like I'm not gonna bring out my phone and like record the fucking shooter, but in a mall, Miami Mall, there's bound to be security footage or
everywhere.
Something to record.
Oh my! I never thought of that.
You can search this up on YouTube. There's no pictures, so how
sounds so crazy.
Something like that, you know?
No.
I am still on the back end of the thing where my honest opinion is that like police officers always will try to hit a quota, and I think because I have a similar story to this. Me and my friends, when we were kids, we put a bunch of masks on and we started like climbing the one of our malls in my city, right? So we because you know how you like see like a fire escape ladder and you're just like, what if you go up there? So we just like kind of put masks on and then and we started like crawling around the roofs and shit, and like all the sky roofs that looked like into the mall, we would like look down into them and all that shit. We had a SWAT team like called on us. Like an actual like because we heard that the security guard was like, get down from there, and we were like, oh shit, and then we ran down and we went to our homie's house, and then we were like, whew, that was scary. And then a bunch of fucking like SWAT people with tasers like showed up to his house, and they're at the window and they're like, come out, like, and then like the city and then like police department, come out right now, and they were like all pointing tasers at the window and shit. We were like, what the fuck, and we got down and we realized like not only do police like need a reason to do this shit, because apparently somehow they were convinced that we were terrorists just from that, just because we were just a bunch of kids with masks like on a roof, so they were somehow convinced that we were terrorists, and this was in the earlier 2000s, so I guess we were more schizo about that. But like that's my reason for thinking that police really want to hit that quota, and all kids need to hear is like it's probably just kids, but there are like mass civilians on the roof of this mall, and the police are like, well, I'm just sitting on my ass, let's go and fucking bust in their house. That's kind of what I feel like it could be, kind of situation.
I want to think that well, okay, I understand your situation, right? You have the SWAT team, especially when it's like a few teenagers and all that, and you say you want the police to like hit a quota, but like 50 police cars, and even then
it's crazy. It's kind of crazy. Yeah,
but like okay, again, reasonable doubt. Like there is a shooting, and like I don't know, they want to get as much as the public out. They want to like make sure the area is clear and all that. Why is it that when you do search up witnesses from that mall, they never explain or say that there are kids or there were kids with guns? It's only the media that's been saying that.
Really?
A lot of people have been saying, yes. I was going through a whole
Interesting.
tangent, going through so many videos, and a lot of them would just say like there were no kids there. There were no kids with guns. Because obviously if that were to ever happen, there would be recordings. There would be like, I don't know, maybe like someone's just doing a vlog or like, you know, the mall cameras or something like that. But the fact that there's absolutely no evidence, there's only like helicopter footage from the outside, but nothing from the inside,
Right.
is what I
This is
find
why
so,
trying
like,
to be the
Yes,
voice of reason,
dude.
this one's the
You know?
hardest one because I honestly can't explain. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
That one.
like I'm not trying to disprove you, but I'm just saying like for this situation,
Oh,
it's
neither
like
am I. 'Cause I'm low key in the middle right now. Honestly, like
Really?
I feel like I don't know what it could have been though. Like, okay, what would it have been then? Right? Let's go fucking crazy here. What are they trying to
Like
hide that happened in that mall randomly? Time travelers? Fucking like what? What's going on? Aliens?
What do you think, Alex?
The Krabby Patty's secret formula. I don't know. Like, okay, where okay, this depends, because I've never thought about this, but it depends. Where does the whole, like, this is an alien thing come from? Is that speculation? Is that a popular speculation?
No one thinks anything. We don't know.
We just
There are
don't
no
know.
theories
So we
about
don't
aliens, right?
actually know,
Well,
right?
Well, we don't know. We just don't know. People say there's aliens. People say it's like this weird like vortex thing. People say that like it's all different stuff. So it's difficult to really pin down. But from what I've seen, obviously I can't like be 100% sure. But there were like videos where like or okay, a common reoccurrence I see in like the videos was they saw these like 8-foot tall like black figures,
Yeah.
and they moved very weirdly. Like
That's
like
what
they
people
weren't.
were saying. Yeah.
Like they weren't. They looked human, but like you know they weren't human. Like you know what's it called? The Uncanny
Yeah.
Valley.
Right.
Kinda?
Oh right.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you know it's human, but you can't really tell, and
This
that's
is
like
how Slenderman started.
yeah. And I guess that's the basis we really have at the moment from most videos, at least.
Dude,
Yeah.
fuck, that is so
Mm.
fucking fascinating, dude. I want to say it's aliens because that's my bias. I want aliens. To be real.
Yeah.
I want aliens to be. I would not care if one day the government's like, "Yup, we actually have ties to aliens and alien technology and shit." I'd just be like, "All right, tight. That's fucking awesome. Would love to know that."
Awesome. Sick.
But
I don't know. I'm like me being on the back end of the spectrum. I always like to be like that. I'm really like realistic about it, or at least I try to be. But also like I want to make it very clear. Like I do like there definitely is a good chance the government's hiding fucking something new every day. But
Absolutely.
the
like,
FC files.
when it comes to like
Sorry,
Absolutely what?
sorry, nothing. This video gets
FC
taken
what?
down.
I never heard
Continue.
of
Sorry.
they're not real. I feel like there's always like something going on, and I feel like there was this golden period of like fucking post 9/11, 2001 to like 2012, 14, where there was like the government wasn't very good at hiding things. We were so new to the internet, so there was like so much like schizo shit kind of getting like thrown onto the internet and like sightings and all that. And like that's how it was in the 90s. Like think about like the Roswell fucking incident, right? That incident to this day is unexplained. The only people that can explain the Roswell incident are like news reporters that are like bought out by police agencies and all that shit.
Right.
Like we don't actually know, but we have a lot of fucking facts, and it's that everyone, and I mean everyone that was there at the Roswell incident said that a fucking UFO crashed into the goddamn ground and there were dead alien bodies pouring out of it. That's what they fucking said. So it's like, yeah, like there's some things where it's like, but
I've heard. I read this book. It was like the only book I ever read on my own time, like an actual like novel book. It was a autobiography or I don't know the term of it, but people doing research and interviewing people is the whole book. And one of them, I think, reviewed or whatever, someone that like visited the site when it happened, right? And they had a piece of metal that no matter how much you bended it or burnt it or whatever, a piece of the metal from the crash landing, that no matter what you do to it, it reforms back into its original form. That is fucking crazy.
That's
dude.
crazy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh my god.
And that was the thing about the crash site, which is what they were saying as well, is that like when it hit the dirt, it was in perfect shape. It was like a meteor that like hit the dirt and then just kind of digged in, but it was still like a full
Like
object.
intact.
Yeah, no scratches, no
That's
nothing.
Crazy,
it was just like a
dude.
and then like they got
Damn.
there and they threw a big blanket over it. No,
Yeah,
damn.
they tried to hide it as
Scary.
the weather balloon incident is what they were saying.
Yeah, the weather balloon. They're like, oh man,
Oh,
Chinese
you
weather
remember that?
balloons.
You remember that from like a few years ago though, right? Like the whole
Yeah,
China's
that
weather
other,
balloon.
yeah.
I remember this, but I didn't keep up with
That was
this.
all over the news.
They said it was like China or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like apparently it was like China sending like a weather balloon across like the states or something like that, and then people were like kind of
Yeah.
looking at it. Well, it wasn't confirmed until like the news like came up on it and they're like, oh, it's just a weather balloon. But like civilians saw it and they thought it was like a little weird because like it was just kind of staying there. It was just floating there. And
You know, what,
I didn't know much about it. I
You-
wasn't really like fully crazy about it.
you know what's funny? What's with this term weather balloon when it comes to cover-ups? What is a weather balloon?
It just like kind of actual weather balloons are just little kind of things that kind of float through clouds and they read precipitation and like kind of trying to understand the sky more, I guess, for us. That's how they
Yeah.
get their news. That's how we know what the fuck's happening up there.
But when you wait, think about it though. Like going a little bit back to like that, how does a weather balloon from China make it all the way to America? Like,
Yeah, that's it. That's the thing about it. It's like, it's like, oh, it's a stray weather balloon,
Bro.
but they don't just get away. You know?
like, just let that go. Oh shit! Well,
Doesn't modern America just like
Wow.
blame China for everything?
Lucky.
Yeah.
It's easier that way.
I
yeah,
have
it's just a way I found it.
I have a productive question about the whole schizo and paranormal activity, whatever, paranormal UFO stuff. I want everyone here now. We'll go one by one. Does anyone have, whether it's paranormal or just like a crazy like what the fuck shit, like anything you guys can think of? Do you guys have any experiences with something like that? Like whether you think like ghost stories, UFOs, personal ones. I want to know.
I have one. It's
Go.
more paranormal though. Okay, so this was back in I think it was like 2014. I didn't live where I used to live at the current moment, but I swear to you not. I swear to God. So the building we were in was just some random apartment, and like it wasn't really a sketchy area, but the building just looked off. Like it didn't look like it fit. Like you'd see buildings with like staircases and all that, but it was just like a block. But
Right.
you know, obviously we weren't doing good financially, so we had to deal with what we had. So everything was completely fine about the place, but from what I heard my mom telling me back then was there would be times I used to have like an old CRT in my bedroom, and we had we had cable, but there was a channel that would play all the time. Now, out of the complete blue, my mom would take off the TV when I go to bed. She would sometimes like help me sleep and all that, and she was in the other room across me. Now, she remembered waking up because my TV turned on by itself.
Oh, I'm so hooked, dude. I'm
And
so hooked. Holy
she-
shit.
she
I'm
walked-
so hooked.
She walked into my bedroom, turned off the TV, and then walked back. The next morning, I swear to God, I'm not lying. We had these like towards the kitchen. We had because okay, how the room is like I can't really like show it, but like you enter it, then it's my mom's bedroom, then you continue and it's the living room.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
the living room is connected to my bedroom, and then after that's the kitchen. So it's like one whole line. We had two like Chinese calendars like posted up like at the entrance of the kitchen, and it was like some like black like liquid red-ish liquid coming
What?
behind the actual like the thing.
What?
Yes, I swear to God. It was this red liquid, and my mom didn't know what it was. And her being like super religious, she was like, okay, like we need to go to the basilica to like get holy water, to get all these different stuff, like bless this place as much as you can, right? She cleans it all up and all that, and like she would talk to like pastors and priests about like what the hell is happening. Now here's where it gets really fucked up. This is the weirdest one.
How old were you when this happened, by the way?
I want to say 14, but now that I really think about it, I think it was like maybe 12, 10.
Okay.
I was young. I know it was like when I was super young. It was a good amount of time. Yeah. So we cleaned up everything, and we put like holy water all over. She would do like crosses. We bought everything we could. Now, this is the one thing that really fucked me up, and this was so scary. So I remember I was taking a picture. And I was taking a picture at that same like archway, and we have like a balcony in the back, and we could see like the balcony door, and that's the only door. And then there's like the kitchen window, but there's like curtains. I took a picture. My mom took a picture of me, and in the window there was this like weird looking goat pig. I'm not fucking with you guys. It was a goat picture of like a goat like humanoid thing. Yeah. And that gave us so much chills. We were like, we have to leave. Like, we have to go. And the thing is like, the fact that we took the picture, when we left, that phone died.
What?
Like, it killed itself. Yes.
What? So you don't have the photo?
No.
What? No, I was gonna ask you to post. What? Oh my. What? Oh my god, dude. What?
And it's not the fact that like, oh, well, maybe you just plug it in. Anything, plugging it into the plugging in the charger, using another cable, plugging into the computer. This phone is
tried replacing the battery?
Dead. Yes, absolutely.
What
it's
the
dead.
fuck, dude?
We did everything we could to recover the stuff. This phone just killed itself. The only time she got to show the picture was when she went to the basilica to show it to the pastor, and he's like, "You guys have to leave."
What the fuck, dude?
I was like, dude, no.
So you guys ended up moving out of there like immediately, or as soon as you guys could?
As soon as we could, we moved out.
Dude,
that's some of that Satan shit. Yeah.
What the
it's
fuck?
Scary.
Yeah.
We don't know.
And the
what
reason
happened.
I believe her for all this is because I was gonna say I had a similar experience as well.
All right, you next.
With the same thing. What's up with that? Why is it always a goat? That's fucking weird. In ancient imagery, it's a goat. In other religions, it's a fucking goat. In like, it's like this fucking creature with horns and like the eyes. Always. Fucking, oh my god, dude. I don't like to be like, it's a coincidence when it comes to like this type of shit, because that's crazy. I don't know.
Honestly, I don't know.
I'm gonna close my door, dude. I'm closing my door, dude. Hold on.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you got him shivering in his little boots.
Shut the fuck up, dude. I don't want to hear this shit, dude.
Oh my god, that's a really good fucking story.
That's a great story, dude. What the fuck?
This is why I remember it so like vividly, because like every time I pass there, I don't look at the building, and I always assume it's like, because I'm very superstitious, right? So when you look at like past things that are not good, you don't look at it. You kind of like throw it over your shoulder, or you're like, I think
when you reject bad energy.
Yeah, like that type of stuff.
Yes.
And I think that's another reason why my mom's like super like
this is why I need to get my therapy
religious. Yeah, when it comes to that, like she puts holy water, she prays, she puts gospel on the TV all the time, so make sure like nothing's here.
Fuck, I would be too after that shit. Maybe your mom ain't so bad after all. Fuck, dude. That's fucking crazy, dude. What's I want to know Shibi's story. I'm so curious.
Mine isn't as long, but oh god, can't believe I'm telling this story. Okay, so when I was in high school, so I was 16, 17, I had this this type for a certain kind of women.
Oh, I know where this is going. Oh boy.
I was really, really into goth women. And I ended up dating this chick that was a full-on,
Say the
lack
S
of a
word.
better word, Satanist kind of girl.
Oh, no. Okay.
And I was like, damn, she kind of crazy, but it's creepy. So who knows? But I looked past that, but she did this shit where she would be like, oh, like she'd be like, come out with our friends, we're gonna go do a ritual. And I'm like, that sounds interesting. That's something I'm not used to. I don't know what they mean by ritual, but we'll go see. Right?
She's like, tough. Okay, I'm in.
Oh my
I'm
God.
coming.
When do we get the free food?
Yeah, there's not gonna be no free food because they have like these these like duffel bags, and they take me out to this forest, like out in the bush, like near Australia, like Australian bush. They take us out, and this is like this. So how do I explain? So it's this kind of lake area, right? Where so there's a highway here. But then there's a giant lake that goes around this central island, and then there's a tiny path that goes to the center of this island. This is where they take me. They take me to the center island, kind of like out in the fucking boonies, like in like a far away from where I live. And they kind of like have like a chicken, or I forget what it was. It was like a chicken or a rat or something. It was a long time ago, and I was a little drunk, but not that drunk. But I do remember they put the chicken down on this chopped down tree, like a tree log, right? And they place a bunch of candles and shit, and I'm like, oh fuck me, this is crazy. Like, what the fuck are they doing? And they put all this shit down, and they take out this book and they start saying shit, and I'm just like,
Was the chicken dead
they
or
just tell me
alive?
like just. It was dead, as far as I
Okay.
know. Because that was the thing. It was like not a sacrifice, but like an offering. That was all they were doing. It was like offering for good luck. Because that's the thing about like Satanists, which I learned at the time, is that they weren't being evil. They weren't being like bad or anything. They were just kind of doing an offering for good luck. That's kind of like what it was. So they put it down, they read a couple of verses and all that. And I'm just sitting here like crisscross applesauce, right? But fucking holy shit. This is the part that fucking kind of scared me. I think it was just like some kind of animal. I really want to believe it was like just some kind of animal. I'm not that superstitious, but one of the girls there, Jessica, she's like, oh, like it's watching us, and I'm like, what the fuck? What do you mean it's watching us? And they say like, oh, it's rude to look, but it's watching us over our shoulder, and I'm like, I turn around because I'm like, fuck, I don't give a shit if it's rude to look. I'm gonna look. And like, no word of a fucking lie, exactly what Oshi says. I see a shadow of a man, but the head has these horns that come out really far, so that it's like a head with goat ears, and the horns aren't like as big as a normal goat's. It kind of like comes out like this and then jaggedly comes back in. So it's like a goat head, human body, and it goes whoosh, like that. If that makes any sense. And I go like, what the fuck? And I turn back around and I'm like, oh shit, you weren't kidding. Like, what the fuck? Like, and I'm like, wait, no, hold on. And I turn back around and it's gone. So I don't know, but it had goat eyes. But it might have been something else. I don't know what it would have been. Maybe it was like a weird tree playing
What the fuck,
tricks
dude?
on me. But that is what I saw. That is what I saw. Right when they were doing that shit. Bad energy,
saw
bad
bad
energy.
energy.
They were like,
Bad energy.
that is what I saw. I don't know. Those girls, I was just hanging out with them because they were kind of hot.
Was it worth it? Was it worth it?
Was it worth it? Yeah. it was an experience. That's my fucking sure. It was an experience.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I can't say, but I've done a lot of research because these chicks, like, they were like, oh, you like watch these videos, do this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I do a fucking ton of research into like all this shit that they're kind of into. And it like kind of goes into like biblical stuff, like way back, like ancient history. Because that's the thing about like Christians, is that they talk about a lot about like the the Bible, but those people, they talk more about like ancient history. So they have like Baphomet and like all these like devils and like their histories and like the things that they were involved in when it comes like throughout the Bible, because all those pages kind of ripped out. That's the type of stuff that I kind of looked into. It's crazy.
That's
it's really crazy.
fucking crazy.
Always a goat.
Dude.
Always a goat.
Jesus.
It's always a
That's
goat.
so terrifying. I don't know.
Mhm.
I never.
Fuck, dude.
I don't really believe
Being
it.
in
I
a
believe they were crazy, and I saw
situation-
a weird tree. But
Yeah. I don't know. Like situations like that, someone carries me to a fucking forest and say ritual. I am fucking 180ing it.
No.
I don't
Yeah.
care.
But that's
I
the
ain't
thing.
touching that shit.
But that's the thing about me, right? When it comes to ghosts, when it comes to aliens, when it comes to all that shit, the reason we don't have good fucking proof is because people are too scared to always do it. So I've always had the vision where it's like, I will put myself in the fucking situation to find this shit and like prove it for real. That's like the thing I always wanted to do, is like, if I ever see a fucking ghost, I am going to like run at it. Because if I'm the person that dies to a ghost, then that proves ghosts are real. If I fucking run at a fucking like a weird ghostly thing and then my head gets fucking chopped off, then ghosts are real. So it's like, no one's ever done that though. When people see scary shit, they run. That's, and we still don't know if this shit's real or not. So it's like, I always just like kind of charge it head on if I can. At least.
Rah! Fuck
He's scared
it.
back. He's like, what the fuck? This is not supposed to happen.
Because there's always going to be a reason for everything. It's like what I like to think to myself. You know, it's like there's got to be a reason for anything. and
Causality.
everything.
There's always
Even
a
like
cause.
ghosts, paranormal activity, shit flying off shelves, all that shit, gusts of wind,
Yeah.
magnetic activity. It's always going to be something, right? I ain't going to run and not find out. I ain't going to run away and then tell people that it was a ghost when you didn't actually put in the effort to find out. That's for damn sure. I don't know. That's me though.
She's brave.
Oh my god. So I
Oh my Jesus.
So, I definitely wants to position himself.
I have a handful of paranormal experiences, and for reference, my parents have lived in 3 different houses. The house they live in now is obviously the third one. They got in like 2000, 2001. I think this was in the second one, because the first one I was like an infant to like a fucking like too young to remember. So it was the second one that we moved into. Excuse me, Jesus.
God damn.
Dude, I've asked my mom, my dad, I've told them all these stories. They're like, oh, I've never had any experiences in that house. And I'm like, I wish I had a secondhand like proof or something. So there's a few stories. And my mom does remember the one with like the creepy face. So I remember, keep in mind, I was like, had to have been between like the age of 5 to 7 or 8. Like I was still pretty young. So keep in mind, a part of me is like, maybe it's not like young, like childhood imagination where you kind of like make up stuff. But I remember it's like, I wouldn't just make up something so hard that like it scares me, you know?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know, like, this is me being honest and seeing things that freak me the fuck out. So one of them was, I had a bunk bed in the second house me and my parents lived in. This is before my mom gave birth to my brother, so this is like before 2000, I believe. I had a bunk bed, and I would always switch between top and bottom. Mostly the bottom, because sometimes it's just, I don't know. And they're
like the top of a bunk bed.
wait, what?
No, the top of the bunk bed sucks actually, low-key. I get that.
Dude, when it comes to bunk beds, I'm a switch, dude. Sometimes I'm a top, sometimes I'm a bottom. I like to mix it up.
I see.
But okay,
I see.
so you know, like I would most of the time, you know, bottom bunk. But I'd be so fucking terrified of the bottom bunk, because there was a while where like I'd be on the bottom bunk and I would get sleep paralysis a fucking lot back then. That I never get sleep paralysis anymore. I don't know if it's because now I knock out and I sleep and then I wake up when it's time to wake up. Because sleep paralysis happens like mid-REM sleep or whatever the fuck it's called, right? dude, I'm like, again, between the ages of like 5 to 8, somewhere around there. No. Maybe even 4 or 5. I think it was early because I didn't even start fucking kindergarten yet. I was definitely still like preschooler, I think, or something like that, whatever. But I remember like waking up, having sleep paralysis, and like looking straight fucking up at like the ceiling of the top bunk, right? Because I'm on the bottom bunk. And there was just like this fucking demonic fucking face just staring down at me. And I couldn't react. I couldn't scream. I couldn't do anything. I would just stare at it until I'd fucking finally be able to fucking move and just close my eyes and just ignore it. And I would tell my mom, and you know, she's just like, you're imagining things. It's a fucking kid telling you this shit. Like, what are you gonna fucking believe, right? Eventually, which I don't know if this makes sense, and I don't know. I remember because I had a palm tree right outside my fucking room, but it would be dark and the window like blinds were open. So my mom's logic eventually, because I used to talk about this all the time, she'd be like, "Oh, it's the shadows coming from the fucking palm tree," and eventually she like hired a guy to like cut them, and then it suddenly wasn't there. But the thing was, the face I fucking remembered. First of all, it was on the ceiling of the fucking bunk bed, so there's no fucking way, even if it was a shadow or not from the palm tree, there's no way that comes into the fucking ceiling. I would fucking see this face multiple times. It would scare the fuck out of me, dude.
Yeah.
I'd be afraid to go to bed because of this shit, dude. It was fucking terrifying, dude. And it's just like I never got an answer. She did cut the palm tree and then coincidentally never saw it again, but it doesn't really
I wanted to
add
explain
up.
that though. I feel like there's a good explanation for that. And I think it's the same thing that my dad used to do, where this is why me and Oshi kind of do that, like, oh, rid yourself of bad energies, right?
Right.
Because when you see demonic shit, you accept that kind of energy when you accept it, right? And this is why something my dad used to do is that, you know, my issues, I would sleep at night and I would have chronic fucking sleep paralysis and I would have terrible night terrors every goddamn night. But my dad would do this ritual where he would grab my dream catcher above my bed and he would put it up against the window and go, sorry, your dream catcher was full of bad dreams. So he would put it back up and then I would not have any more bad dreams.
Really?
And I think it is that, real or not, you rid yourself of bad energies, and that's what your mom did with the palm tree. When your mind is convinced that the energies are gone, or if you want to be more superstitious, it actually, your demons and ghosts and all that evil shit doesn't have the power to touch you if you don't believe it has the power to touch you.
Dude,
which is why little things like dream catchers and tarot cards and all that, they help like on an actual level.
Dude, that's some swipe or no swiping fucking logic, but whatever keeps those motherfuckers away. So
you never seen Sinners? The vampires can't enter your house unless you welcome them in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's how fucking demons work.
So there's another story. I don't know if it's before or after, because again, this one for sure, I was like in kindergarten or maybe even like late preschool. I remember there was one night where I went to sleep and I had this like, this is at the time when like Pokemon was like the rage in the fucking 90s. And I'm pretty sure I had the Poliwhirl. Poliwhirl's the second evolution. I had a Poliwhirl fucking like little light that was like connected directly to the fucking thing. Socket. But that was turned off. I would always sleep with a fucking nightlight. But that was turned off this night. And I had another lamp that was like the tent part of the lamp had like a bunch of Pokemon on it. That was like how do I explain this? Like bunk bed, and across the room was the window, but the window had like this like this bench that you could sit on. I don't know how to explain it. There's bench, and I would stand up on the bench to turn on or off the fucking lamp that was like on top of a drawer or something, or like a wardrobe, whatever, to give you an idea. Yeah. And I wouldn't sleep with the lights on except for the Poliwrath one. Poliwrath one was off. I remember waking up. don't know what time it was. I was a kid. I have no perception of time or whatever. But I remember waking up at night, and this sounds corny, but trust me, I remember this so vividly that I don't think it's like childhood imagination, because I wouldn't make this shit up. But I wake up and there's like a lot of like scarecrow kind of shaped silhouette, like ghosts, like dancing in my fucking room. And I remember being like, what the fuck?
Oh, hell no.
I was like, what? And I remember, it's so weird because that room was small, but like in this memory, I remember the room feeling a lot bigger. And I went across the room, climbed up on that like bench that's on the window, and I was like, it's weird because this feels like it would be a dream, but I remember this was like real. I was fucking awake when this happened. I remember this was real. And you know, like when you're a kid, you have like this like movie logic of like, I'll save the day, and like you have less fear when you're a kid. You have more fear, but you have less fear sometimes when you think you have control of a situation. I don't know. So I get on that like bench area near the fucking window, whatever, and I ask them to stop, and they don't, and they keep fucking dancing. And I turn on the fucking Pokemon lamp, and they're fucking gone. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? It was like weird. I know that sounds crazy because it's like scarecrow ghost dancing. Like it doesn't sound real. And I told
yeah.
It was, and I was like, what the fuck? And I just went back to bed with the light on. And I remember waking up, my mom was like, why'd you sleep with the light on? You're not supposed to do that. I was like, I told her that story then. And once in a blue moon, I'll bring it up again. If you ever visit, I'm going to ask her again in front of you. Like, do you remember when I told you about the fucking scarecrows and the ghosts and stuff? And every time I tell her like these stories, she's like, I don't remember any like paranormal experiences in the house. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I remember in that house, I would hear like steps like upstairs in the fucking attic. Like once in a blue moon, I'd hear like do like steps.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I don't know, but that we eventually, I think like a year or two later, we moved out of that house, and I never had any experience like that again once we moved out of there, which is why I'm convinced like the house was like haunted or something. It was like fucking weird, dude. I've asked my dad, my dad's very anti-paranormal, and I know this, so I asked my dad, I'm like, dude, please, like, do you remember anything weird? Do you remember like, did I ever, maybe I don't, now that I think about it, I don't think I ever told my parents when I was a kid. But I told them when I was like way older, I'm like, dude, I can't get this fucking memory out of my head. Like, did you guys experience anything weird in that house or anything? And they're like, no. It's like they don't remember. I'm like, maybe they didn't experience it. It was just fucking with me, whatever it was. But I don't know. It was just like that house fucking scared the shit out of me. I remember being so happy when we moved out of there in like 2001. But they don't remember anything. It's just it's weird, like very like okay kind of stories, but I remember it so vividly. I remember. Wait, what?
I say it kind of makes you look like the crazy one.
I know,
them, right?
but like it felt real. Like I know like imagination, Alex, as a kid. Like I know what like I would imagine. But that felt real.
Mean, that's the thing though. Is like fuck that like overactive kids' imagination shit. Like sometimes I genuinely feel like and I said this shit earlier is like kids and old people see crazy fucking shit, and it's because they are closer to death. When you were just born, you are so close to death in the negative perspective, and when you get older, you know, you start seeing shit again. Why is that? Even the most sane fucking mentally capable old people will start fucking telling us that they're seeing ghosts and shit, and it's like what?
Have you are you mind no, like I can't speak. I don't know much about like the kids part, but you know, typically when like old people die on their deathbed, or they tend to see like their relatives kind of sitting at their like bed, and that's such a common experience, and I find that
my dad said that because my dad passed away before. My dad he OD'd on drugs in his past, and he died for like a few minutes or whatever, right, and then came back. And he said he genuinely like he had the whole like not only did he say his life flash before his eyes, but he saw a bunch of people that his friends and family and dead family like guiding him down the light at the end of the tunnel. And I was like, holy shit, okay, that's just fucking. That's what everyone
fucking
says. Why do people all
crazy.
see the same shit? And the thing about it, and he always pushes this onto me, is that he wasn't religious at the time. So he didn't know about Jesus. He didn't read the fucking Bible. He didn't know about like the light at the end of the tunnel or anything, because this is like back in like 1975 or fucking the 80s, right? And he's like, he wasn't into like any of that shit back then, but he still saw that religious perspective and with a voice echoing down onto him. That's crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
I always find it interesting when no like relation, no anything, people will see the same thing. That's crazy. I don't know. Again,
that's a good like hypothesis, or like think like what happens like after like you die, and like, you know, what do you kind of expect? I know it's like all subjective to a lot of people, but like, do you think it's like, you know, perfect bliss and all that, and just like
I would like to believe that
heaven?
I would like to believe that there is one definitive answer, no matter what you believe in. It's like, hey kid, maybe you might have been Buddhist, but I'm Jesus Christ. This is the real deal. All good. You believed in something. You're in. No worries. No worries.
Okay.
You're wrong, but you're in. All good, cuz you were kind of a sinner, but you did your best. You're in. Don't worry. We're not pulling the thing, and you're not falling to hell. You know, I'm Jesus Christ. Welcome to heaven. Let me show you around. This is the crib. You know,
You can call me J-Dog.
I hope so. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can call me J-Dog. You like the beard? Yeah, I've been growing it out for like 2,000 years. Pretty good, right? I mean, that would be sick, because like, I mean, me and Sheepy were talking about this in the last episode, but like, I don't. It's not that I don't believe in heaven. I want to believe there's a heaven. I don't know what to believe. I'm scared. I fucking
How much did I say
fear.
last time? Yeah.
I fear that, like, not logically, like I believe in it, but like the most quote unquote logical thing is like after death is just a black void. That is like my biggest fear. That is my biggest fear. That is my biggest fear. That is so depressing, because life's so precious. Imagine all the wonderful people you met, and then just like what, you die and just nothing. You can't even, like, please. I hope there's a heaven. I don't care if it's like easy mode, cheat mode, or like everything's fucking fine and dandy. Like, I just hope there's something after life. I don't know what I believe, but I'm scared to expect.
I'm so glad you have that, because that is like generally my biggest fear as well. It's like my biggest fear. I ain't scared of fucking shit, but I am definitely really scared of the afterlife, or like death in general.
Yeah, I'm not scared of dying, but I'm scared of what happens after the afterlife, and like if it's good or bad or whatever. Which is why I like to exercise like different. We talked about this in the last episode. It's either not that I believe in it, but what I'm expecting, or like things to think about, right? Is either dark void for eternity. You can't even think. You can't even process that you're nothing, but it's nothing. You know. So it's either the endless void. It's either heaven or hell, or the fun one that I honestly, as crazy and fucked up as it is, the one I would hope is like the best situation is eternal recurrence, which is probably not true, but it's fun to think about. Eternal recurrence is the idea that do you know what it is? You die,
like,
your life over and over and over again the same way. You experience the same goods, the same bads, the same suffering, the same goods. Like, everything will happen. And honestly, in the safest bet kind of way, I kind of wouldn't mind that, because so far life, as good and bad as it's been, at least I could. It's like a safety net idea of like, at least I know things would be the same, and like, at least like if I died and there is no afterlife and I'd have to repeat life, at least I could experience the things I care about again, even if I have to suffer the same way again. You know, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
As scary as that is, like I don't know, but who's to say? Like, we don't know.
You know? One. Okay, I wanted to come back to like both of your questions when it comes to like the whole internal void thing. Like, I don't want to think that's a thing either.
I don't, dude. I don't. It's terrifying.
But that would kind of involve like, imagine you're just in a void of nothingness. Like, you don't feel any emotion, you don't feel anything because your body is gone. You're just a spirit. So
Right.
what do you experience? Like what is it? Is it like a dream? Is it going to be like I'm just closing my eyes and all I see is black?
But the thing is, when
Like
I'm pretty sure, at least my perception idea of it, right, is like when it's like the eternal void. It's not even that like, oh, you're sleeping forever. It's you're dead. You don't even have a brain to perceive darkness. You literally
I was gonna say
perceive
that's the sad thing is it's not even black. It's
perceive nothing.
It's
You
less
You have
than
no
sleep.
conscious, no nothing,
Actually,
dude.
So you know the phase
would I
before and
even work,
after your
though?
dreams. Remember, you know the like I don't know what happens before and after my sleep. All I remember is the dream. That's
Yeah.
what you feel. That skip between the REM sleep and that like I don't remember it because there was nothing. That's what you feel when you're dead, in my opinion at least. But
Like
that's my biggest fear.
Just a
Because I'm not religious.
emptiness.
as scary as it is,
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit you with like the most like fucking nihilistic fucking answer. Is as scary as it is, it won't even fucking matter because you won't even know. But that's the scary thing. That's the scary thing is like you're not gonna know, and that's like one thing. It's a very hard goal to fucking achieve, but I think a part of me having that fear of like if the dark void exists, if there is no afterlife, there is no rebirth, whatever. That's kind of why like I want to do what I can to leave something behind, whether it's an impression or like leave something behind that like it's not about popularity or being someone big or being some fucking celebrity one day or something. It's like I want to make it out of the hood and like leave history behind, you know? Like everyone's like, "Oh, Alex, you have all these stories. You're such a good storyteller." Oh, like some people like I don't mean this like in a narcissistic like ego kind of way, but like a lot of people like and appreciate me, but it's like, cool. That means nothing to me if like, well, it does, sorry, but like in the long-term sense, right? It's like, what does that really mean if one day I die and eventually no one will fucking remember me? And that's not me being nihilistic, it's me being like real. One day you're gonna fucking die, years are gonna go by, and even if you were so great that family talks about you and your story goes on for generations, eventually you're gonna fade out. One day, no one's gonna remember you. As nihilistic and so negative as that sounds, it's just like, it's real. One day you're gonna be forgotten, and that is honestly my biggest fear, is being forgotten. I don't want to be forgotten. I hope one day I can do something in this world that leaves such an impact that like me and the people I care about are like remembered as something. I don't know. I don't want to be forgotten, you know, because gotta shill in One Piece reference, but that's like a very common theme in One Piece is like so many characters and like flashbacks and stuff have died, but the whole theme is like their will fucking lives on. And who is it? There's a character that says like, fucking Hiruluk, the fucking crack doctor, Chopper's dad. When he's like, when does a man die? When he's poisoned? When he's fucking blown up? No, a man dies when he's fucking forgotten. And that like will live with me forever because it's like, that's true, dude. Like obviously you're dead when you're dead, but like in the sense of like you can live on past death if you've left an impact, if people still talk about you. I don't want to die and then it's like funeral phase, people talk about me for a bit and then that's it, and then I'm just gone. I hope one day I can do something.
I've never related to anything more in my entire fucking life, dude. Holy
right? Because I don't
I
want to be forgotten.
Big main thing in my life is like that. Like every single time I meditate and every single time I like think about it and I do the thing where I have like my fucking conscious hours and stuff and I look down at my hands and shit, I always think like, I'm getting fucking old. I'm dying. Like it's fucking scary. Yeah, and but the thing about it is like, because fuck it, like I'll fucking say it on the podcast, it's the part of who I am. I don't give a shit. I tried to fucking myself in 2021, right? And like ever since I survived from that in 2021, I've had like this realizing like I tried to myself, and then right after, God bless, I fucking fucked it up, or I wasn't able to go through with it. And then right after, I actually like fall in love with like my fucking wife, and then all this comes out of that, like sprouts out of this fucking miserable pit I was in. I think it like kind of goes to show like I was so close to fucking dying, and now that is my number one fucking final biggest fear is like the fact that even after I live the rest of my 90, 80 years of like my life, my energy doesn't even go anywhere. Because I'm not religious. I don't believe I will go to heaven or hell. I'd like to. I'd love to. But I don't want the eternal fucking like void. That is like the worst
void.
fucking thing I think that could happen to anyone. I really want to hope that like we have an energy that is reincarnated perchance into like anything, and then your consciousness kind of like separates and starts again, so you always get to experience something, even if it's as like a worm or something.
Right.
But like I want to be able to experience life in any form. I just don't want that eternal void, and that's why it's like something like that I would do if I was able to, or if I'm like a billionaire, would be like to extend my life, because like I do not want to like lose it. I don't give a fuck how immoral it is. I don't give a fuck about any of that. The whole cyberpunk theme happens for a reason. I would pick up cybernetics to extend my life in a heartbeat. In a fucking heartbeat. And I don't give a fuck who does it. I don't give a fuck if it's like a fucked up motherfucker like Elon that makes that shit. I'm taking it. If it gives me an extra 50 years to spend with my loved ones and like to experience more life, I would take it straight away. Because I do not want to die. Absolutely fucking not.
I did want to say,
ironically.
Yeah, honestly, but I that's what I think. Like, okay, well, when you both were talking about like, you know, the afterlife and all that, and this kind of ties in with like your stuff as well. What my honest opinion is, when you do die, because okay, think about this. Your soul is a part of you, but beyond like, you know, your flesh, right? So you're just kind of like this like ghostly, you know, spirit, all the whatever. I want to think that yes, there is like reincarnation in a way, but in the sense that we get that because we haven't fully developed ourselves. Think it's like a campaign, right? And we have to unlock all of the different like achievements, but we haven't learned all of them, so we have to go back again to learn the right lessons, to learn how to forgive, to learn how to do this, to learn how to do that. And until we get to that certain points, then we can actually get there. So that's why I don't think hell is a thing. I don't want to believe hell is an actual like thing. I think it's just you relearning your lessons, whether it's in this universe, whether it's in another universe, and you just kind of learn your different stories and you live through different people's lives. So maybe one day you live in like as a billionaire, as a like poor, like, you know, homeless man, you know, all these different things, and you learn. Your soul takes in things from its past. That's why you get deja vu a lot, even though it never happened.
Deja vu.
Right.
I want to believe that it's like us remembering our past lives in a way, and just kind of like, oh, I remember this, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, like, oh, and you know, the fact that like okay, this really kind of like boom, like big fucking boom. We don't know, we can't control our conscious, and I want to think our conscious is a proxy to our souls.
That's what I want to think.
us.
Yeah. I really, that is my number one like fucking pray, but not only my number one belief is like, I might not be religious and I might be extremely scientific, but I do believe that the human body does not consist of our fucking brain and our little nervous system that is connected to our muscles and our bones and our fucking organs. That is not what we are. I like to believe that we have just something that inspires or like creates a seed. So it's like a fucking Minecraft seed or some shit, right? Like our seed is like what makes the brain and the fucking thing become who it is, not just based off memories. But I think when you are born, you are given this seed that like sprouts into your very
like a social
basic
security number, but like
like your very basic like existence of who you will be, even if it is an evil version of yourself or a good version of yourself. Like when you are born, you are like a person that will grow into a certain type of person from this beginning. Always, you don't just start off as like an empty slate and then you grow a personality. That is not how that works. That's why I want to think we have a soul, and then when these fucking corporeal bodies fucking one day, that will like latch onto something else living for whatever reason, it would happen. I want to think that for sure.
Man.
I want to think that Shibi isn't just a fucking meat suit, but it's like something else that like kind of it started all from. Wouldn't that be nice?
It's even far beyond that. It's crazy to really think about that as like a concept because again, like with the whole like conscious thing, we don't use our brain fully to the max, right? And I want to think that a lot of it is probably because well, obviously we haven't evolved as humans in a way, but our conscious is kind of like taking up a good portion of it, and it's just kind of the void. It's just that void between like everything else. So we only know how to function, think, remember, very basic things, and that's just like taking up most of the part. But
holy shit, what a conversation. What the fuck?
We're doing a fucking astral plane type shit.
Now we're crazy. Now we're fucking crazy. We've made it. We have made it. Everyone thinks we're crazy. It's fucking over. Okay. Can we get a time? Can we get a time?
Oh, yeah, sure.
We're very, very secretive about the time, but we're at 2 hours and 29 minutes, dude.
29 minutes!
Longest
Holy
episode yet. Dude, because there was too many things where I'm like, I'm clipping that. I'm like, no, let's keep cooking.
Have fun editing.
I mean,
right?
what a
my
fucking.
God.
I mean, I will have fun editing. I gotta edit it before fucking Wednesday.
There you go. There is your double length fucking podcast episode. You can. It's gonna take you a minute to finish this one. Holy.
Honestly,
Good luck.
it was very new and refreshing to have a third person here because it keeps it.
Yes.
We're good at conversing, but having a third person is like. I don't know. I'm not gonna do the science here, but like
having the girl that yaps the fucking best too. Oh my god,
dude! Why, dude? Before getting Oshi out here, Oshi's like, "What if I don't talk enough? What if I shut the fuck up, dude? Look at you." The only time you didn't talk was when me and Chibi kept fucking going and going and going, but. It was great. It was great having you on, and this doesn't have to be like a one-time thing. Like, if you ever want to fucking join in, the original plan was me and Shibi were like, of course we want guests, but let's do a few episodes on our own to establish that like we are host and co-host, and then we'll get people on. So like, if we ever want to do an episode with the same fucking lineup. Like just you as the guest, down. I know we'll do an episode with Ness. We'll do an episode with you and Ness probably. We'll just any combination mixture, dude. It doesn't matter. It's like we'll do whatever the fuck we want. It's our show. But this is honestly been one of the funnest episodes in a long fucking time, dude. Or as long as we've been doing this, this has been a fun one.
We are fucking crazy. This is all gonna be on the internet forever, by the way.
hey! Isn't this in theme? Because at the end of the day. Like I said, to me and Chibi, when we started this podcast, it was like, it's like, do we make another account? Do we do this? Fuck it, let's do it on the main because it's probably
another account.
Like a late night juice podcast YouTube account. Where we
disagreed on it because it's like VR chat content's kind of niche in general. If we do that, it's gonna get even less views. Let's keep it on the main channel. Whatever, blah blah blah. Whatever. My point is that like to us, it was never about the views. It was kind of like this is kind of like a fun project that we can get clips out of, and it'll be like memories that like memory farming or something, stuff.
Memory farming.
And in a sense, it's kind of in the theme because at the end of the day, when we all die, this channel will still be up and all our podcasts will be up. Think about
remember
it like
our legacy.
Remember our schizo legacy.
I was funny. Tell them I was funny.
This was another. I don't want to continue. Are we stopping or like?
If you're worried about ending it because like me, it's on me. I'll edit it. Say what you want to say.
I'm gonna end it because people got. It's gonna have to be like a 2-episode thing at this point.
Okay. Say your thing. You say your thing, and then we'll give you the honors of ending the episode and saying goodbye. Let's end it there.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Well, it's nothing too long. It's just like when you said about the whole like having clips and like saving stuff on YouTube. When you said that I'm scared if no one's gonna remember you. Of course, people are gonna remember you because we have the internet. And I think that's what makes the internet so great, is because you have an archive of who you are
dude.
already placed there for everyone to see, you know? So
people will know more about us than Cleopatra, because what do you know about Cleopatra? She had a fat ass and she had slaves. Nah, internet know more about me than Cleopatra, dude. We're winning.
We don't know Cleopatra's favorite dinosaur. You know mine. It's a velociraptor, by the way.
Oh my god.
Holy
But
shit. Yeah, no. I want to live forever. Live forever on
We
the
will
internet.
live forever.
The internet is a beautiful thing. I hope there's never like a fucking internet like death where everything goes everything that we've ever known.
Dude,
from,
what if
like, the
what if when humanity
80s,
the only way that can happen is if humanity ends and no one runs the internet and our planet becomes like
the grass,
just like grass and animals.
What
and
if there
shit.
is a big red button that could delete all history on the internet? We just don't know that.
Fuck, dude. I hope not, dude.
I don't think so.
Then I'll save dude. I'm gonna save every fucking episode on a special flash drive, dude, or like a fucking
physical. That's the only way to save it.
Dude, yeah. Dude, aliens are gonna find that shit billions of years from now, and we're gonna be like fucking like
I think we're fucking crazy.
Oh my god! What do I say?
Aliens gonna see this shit and they're like, God damn it, they were right. They haven't figured it out. What the fuck?
Fuck! They're onto us! They're onto us! They're onto us! Nuke it! Nuke it! Holy shit!
Everything we said was the truth.
How did these fucking idiots know it, man? Anyway,
all right. Anyways, give us the goodbye. You got any last goodbyes, sayings, whatever?
Well, I want to say it was an absolute honor to be here and to actually like, you know, talk about these amazing like subjects. I would love to tune in again, absolutely. And yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Dude, let's do it again. Let's do it again, Oshi. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Well, because the months are getting closer and Japan's coming up, you know what? We're gonna bring you back, the three of us. We're gonna do it for our Japan episode where we talk about our trip. That's when we bring you back. Yeah, baby girl, that's what we're doing. That's when we'll have you back. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'm down for that.
Podcast Shino if you want more podcast Oshino.
Oshino.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Podcast Oshi. Let's do it. Let's do it. Leave them comments. Say what you liked about it. Say what you liked about Oshi's schizo theories. Drop your own schizo theories in the thing. Be like, Oshi was right. Don't give her the mic. Oshi was right. Tell her she's right. She needs to hear it.
I need a justification, please.
Literally posting from the afterlife. Heaven lit, guys. Don't worry. It's all good. Oh my god.
Alright, and that's a fucking wrap. That's an honor.
Right. Good night, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Love y'all. Goodbye.
Goodbye.